Hello, Club Culture family.
What's down, baby?
If you are on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you're on your favorite streaming platform, thank you for tuning in. And make sure you leave us a rating. This is episode 89.
89.
I got Lizzie Pooh on the couch with me.
We in this hole.
And you know it's Big Sexy T. Live in action.
Girl.
You feel like I got my...
I see you. You got your little mane done. It look good. Did you color your hair again?
I did.
Okay, it look good. It look good.
Freshened up
they
the
long.
color.
I remember the baby locks. Ooh, the baby locks.
You know, I want to start over.
Why?
I want to cut it all off.
Why?
Go bald.
Why?
Because I've never experienced that before.
Oh, from like ground zero.
Ground zero.
Oh.
And I was telling Depretas yesterday because my girl don't want me to go bald. She want me to keep my hair. She just don't think I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna look crazy, right?
A little thumb head.
But you know, did you feel this way as a child? Like, did you appreciate your hair and you just saw it as beautiful?
I don't know. I just did it. I just would do my hair. My mom would never let me perm my hair, color my hair, anything like that, because she didn't want me to mess up my hair. Like how the girls be, I perm my hair. My mom perm my hair and it didn't mess up. She wouldn't let me mess up my hair. But I don't think I really took care of my hair how I was supposed to until I got older. Then I started really doing my hair for real.
So she didn't sit you down and teach you how to manage and...
No, she would just do it. And then when I got to the age where it's like, I don't want you to do my hair no more. Then I just started doing ponytails and stuff. But like, I didn't really get into like taking care of my hair for real until like late high school, early college years.
Well, nobody did this to me. Nobody said, you know, your hair ugly or you nappy headed. Nobody did none of that. I just saw that other people had certain types of hair types, and I just didn't think that it was you. Like I didn't see value in my hair unless it was long. Oh, and so because my hair would shrink up and get curly, right? You go outside and you just did your little press on it. Right. It's still a puff up.
Yeah.
I just hated that. I hated all of that shit, and I did not value my hair as being pretty and shit because I wanted long hair.
Right.
And so long story short, when I got to college, I always wanted locks. Like I always wanted locks. I saw what's the author name? Toni Morrison. I saw Toni Morrison. She had these beautiful long gray locks. She grew old with her locks. Right. And I was like, man, that's so fucking beautiful. Her hair looks great. And I always wanted locks, but I was scared because I knew of the ugly baby lock stage. People call it ugly.
Right. Worms.
Yeah. I never thought that stage was ugly. I just didn't value that stage because it wasn't long.
Right.
And so I was scared to just go ahead and do it because I didn't know if my hair, I thought that I needed to start locks when my hair was long. Right. Not realizing that is what our hair does. Our hair curls. Our hair shrinks up. The shrinkage is real. And so I just didn't get the courage until college.
How many years you been locked?
5 years.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing fast.
Yeah.
I have a video of you actually from, I want to say it was your 21st birthday. Went to Society. And your hair was short.
I got drunk. Man.
Your hair was short. But how are your baby locks doing in the back? The ones
It's growing.
Show the people. Show the people.
I don't know if y'all can see it, but stop playing with me.
No, you gotta put your head up. You know how they be
playing right here.
Period. But they look good though. You doing a good job.
Thank you.
So if you cut them all off, are you gonna like donate them and are you gonna keep them? Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I don't know about donating them.
You gonna reattach them?
No, I don't want to do that. I do think I might keep them because I don't know where to put them. Like I don't want to just throw them away. Somebody pick the motherfuckers up and start doing some hexes and stuff on me.
Them.
Yeah, no, I don't want that to happen. But I want to start over. It was when I was really small, like probably 6, 5. It was this tall, long slide that I do remember being on, but I don't remember the aftermath. I had fell off the slide and I had to go get stitches in my head. And so if I feel my head, I definitely feel like a lower part on. Is it the left side? Some part of it.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, and I have stitches. And if I like shave my head off, I don't know if the stitch is gonna be there or not. But like, I'm curious. Like, I'm curious to
like
just
the scar.
Yeah, I don't know if it's there or not. But my hair does feel weird in the middle. Like, you know how somebody got like that little chunky head. Like, like it's a face in their head because they skin like.
Right.
I feel like I'm gonna have that.
Like you gonna have a facial in your.
Yeah, cause like right
scalp.
here, like I just want to see it. Like y'all don't never want to just see.
I don't ever want to see my bald scalp.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's because I've like learned to see that my hair is beautiful. Like I'll just cut it off, grow it back, get there. Cause my hair grows fast. Like you take care of it, that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
So I want to do it. I just want to start over.
Your bald head.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to feel it, see it grow all the way to this moment.
I cut my hair for my birthday into a blunt bob, and I miss my hair. I miss having a length. I don't know. I miss it, but I don't regret cutting my hair. I regret dyeing my hair blonde. Can't see it right now because I got a protective style. But my hair is blonde underneath here, and I regret dyeing my hair blonde. My hair is a fucking mess right now. So don't ever do blonde.
Yeah, I'm not coloring my hair.
Don't ever do
if
blonde.
I restart. Like it's just natural, whatever the color, because I want to grow old.
I think I like coloring my hair a lot. Like my hair is the way I express myself, but sometimes I think I forget the beauty of just like plain Jane, like the 1B brown. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, and I'll be like, damn, I want my black hair back. That's why I got black locks, because I'm sick of the blonde now. I want the blonde to just like be gone. But got you. Well,
I wonder if men like be as expressive with their hair like we do, like, because it is a lot with hair in black women,
right?
But do they be having those same the same journey of trying to learn to love your hair and the textures of it like we had to? Now that they are embracing like cornrows and shit, like they wanted their hair, or do they just quickly, I need to go put cornrows in my hair because I don't want to see it in this free form?
I don't know. I guess that's something we'll have to ask.
Yeah, we definitely gonna ask. We definitely gonna ask that. I'm curious.
I think they've been embracing their natural free forming hair a lot lately. Yeah, like we've been seeing it a lot lately. Some of it now, some of it looks kind of crazy. Some of y'all need to get in the barbershop, get a line in, wash it. Please wash it. Some people need to wash it, but yeah, I think we've been seeing a lot more men with like locks, long locks.
No, I ain't saying they take care of it now, but I see that they all got the locks.
Yeah. So I think they've been embracing. Everybody don't have a fade. Yeah. Everybody got waves. Some people got waves. Yeah. Some people got high top, whatever. I don't know. They got a little different stuff they do. Color red.
See, they can embrace the wave. They can embrace the curls by doing waves. We can't. That ain't something we was doing. We ain't finna.
Some women do cut their hair on and do waves, and they waves be eating down.
Yeah, but some people also do finger waves and perm the shit out of their hair.
Now, I mean, some of the women though these days they don't perm it to get the finger waves. They do like the mousse, like they'll cut their hair down, do the mousse, and then like.
Yeah, I know a perm when I see one.
Uh-oh.
I know a perm when I see one.
Watch out now. Maybe, I'm transitioning. Maybe the transition from the perm to the natural.
Yeah, but when you do a perms enough, that starts to change the grade texture, of your hair.
Yeah.
I know, because when I started locks, I didn't have perms for a long time since middle school. It's the last time I had a perm in my head. But when I got locks all the way in 2019, I think it was 2017 when I first got locks. My front locks still had straight ass ends. Yeah. So I had to let them grow, and as they were growing, I go get a retwist. I'll have to clip the ends because they wouldn't butt up at the end because it was straight from still the perms from all the way to 2008. Yeah. So that's crazy how long that shit will really change your hair texture.
I never got the perms, but and I'm glad that my mom didn't let me get the perms because my hair probably would have been jacked up. But when I had my locks, because I was locked for like a year and a half. My hair was like that at the ends, but it's because like my hair is naturally curly. And so people be like, how do you get your ends like that? And I'm like,
yeah, that's just
it's just my texture. Yeah. And so come to find out, people like comb out the end of their locks to try to get that texture. And I'm like, y'all, it's not that serious. I was really hoping that eventually my ends would lock up, and they did a little bit, but it still always had that curl at the end. So
I found one of them because my hair does that too, the little curl before it turns into like a actual ball. So this is when the curl is trying to turn into the ball part, but it's a curl at the end. I had one that I saw yesterday. I can't find it quick enough, but yeah, my hair does that too. It's the little tight little coil, and then it balls up. Yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah. Like just watching your hair just do its thing.
Well, Don't cut it off. I'm with your girl on this one. Don't cut it off.
I'm going to let you cut my shit off.
Do what you want, but
I'm gonna wait. Because I do think that if I cut my hair off, it's going to affect the way people receive me on camera. So
it's already the stud podcast.
I know.
It's so already so now you'll be a bald head
stud. the butch with the podcast.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Not the butch. Oh my God. That's sick. Do people still say that? I hope people don't say that. The butch with the podcast is insane. Wow.
That is insane. You are you deserve a slap in the face if you call somebody a butch.
That's insane.
Out of all the terms you can degrade, you gonna say that one. Like, come on now. That was lame.
A butch
That's
is
lame.
Insane. Like, oh my God. But
what has been going on in the week, Lizzie? What's some hot topics you've been seeing?
So I want to talk to you about the bridge. The Baltimore Maryland bridge that collapsed.
Okay.
And so if you don't know,
because I don't, you gotta educate me.
So if you don't know, the Baltimore Maryland bridge collapsed. I don't know the date. I wish I did, but it's been all over the news. And so they found out that construction workers were on the bridge at the time of the collapse. Mm-hmm. A cargo ship crashed into the bridge. The bridge, like, you can look it up, TikTok, whatever, just type in Baltimore bridge. The bridge collapsed, falls to the water. And so, of course, they have to, like, go and figure out who was on the bridge at that time, what happened, blah, blah, blah. So discovering that construction workers were on the bridge at the time of the collapse, and majority of them passed away. I think they were only able to, like, recover and save one.
One person is alive from that?
One person.
That's traumatizing.
Because I think originally they found two, but I think one of the two that they found that were still alive was, like, in critical condition, and they, like, didn't make it. So I think there's only one that, like, really survived out of, like, 7 or 8, I want to say there was in total. Do
you know if the person that survived or is currently alive, if they were found still in the water or they were just, like, on land?
That part I don't know. I know that they sent out, like, this is probably the wrong term for this, deep sea divers to, like, go and search for people, parts, and all that stuff. And so that's how they discovered, like, the other people. I don't know if the one person they found was, like, on land or not, but I know they were saying that water was, like, cold. It's, like, really cold. It's deep. And like, after 24 hours of searching, they had, like, the first day of search, they had cut it off, like, after a certain time, and people were mad about it because they were like, y'all look for the people in that submarine thing with the game controller for hours and hours on end. Y'all didn't stop looking for them, but why y'all stop looking for these people, you know, that are, their families are waiting on them to return home. And somebody, I don't know if it was the news or if I was talking to my mom about it, but she was basically saying, like, that water is so cold right now, and the water is so deep that after a certain hour, you just presume them to be deceased because it's incredibly they can't survive. Like, it's almost impossible. So I don't know if they found that one person on land or how deep they were, if they could swim and that's why they were able to survive or what. I don't know, like, the technicalities of it. But it was, like, a very tragic event. President addressed the United States about it. And it's a really important port. Like, a lot of businesses and stuff use that port to ship, like, cars, medicine, like, all kinds of stuff. And so they're saying that it's costing a lot of money for that bridge to be out right now. And
fucking well.
Tamaya.
Fucking well.
Literally. But they're saying it's causing a lot of money for the bridge to be out, and it's going to cost a lot of money to, like, put it back together. And so the reason I wanted to talk to you about it is because people, when tragic events like this happen, people like to come up with, like, conspiracy theories. Well, this happened because of this, or they're trying to use this to distract us from blah, blah, blah. Like, and so a common, like, some of the conspiracies that I saw was, they're using the Diddy situation to distract us from what's going on with the boat. Or people will say, like, we're in our last days. They did this on purpose, y'all. Make sure you get your stuff together so we can get up out of here. And so we see this a lot, right? Where tragic events happen and people, like, come up with their own theories. How far is too far with the conspiracy theories? Because I feel like we're talking about people's lives here. that have people have passed away from this, right? And so it's just like, one, I feel like it's too soon for people to be, oh, they playing this. Bitch, I just lost my uncle. Yeah. And you online talking about they playing this. Like, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Or two is like, why can't tragic events just happen on accident and it just happens? Like, why does everything have to be, the world is about to end, pack your shit, let's go. Like, get ready, get right with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually the last days will come. But like, I feel like sometimes we're in such a rush. How much conspiracy is too much conspiracy? And like, what do you choose to believe and not to believe, and how soon is too soon?
It's a great question. It's a great question. Yeah. I was never the conspiracy theorist until I started digging into the Illuminati. And when I started digging into that shit, I became less of a conspiracy theorist. I do think that there's masterminds out here that stuff are connected. I do believe in those things. It's just more so, what are you going to do with it if it comes out to be true? Right. That's always was my question to real conspiracy theorists. Is your plan to save the world, or is your plan to just say, I told y'all? Right. What is your actual plan?
Are you even going to be able to say I told y'all? Because if the world ends, then what? You can't even say nothing. We all dead.
Yeah, some people just like to be fucking right. And it's like, if you gonna make that be your career, is to unearth conspiracies, what's next? Because I think that if that is your purpose in life, you should make it purposeful. You feel me? But that's just for conspiracy theorists. That's for them.
Come on, get it right, because you know they're gonna eat you up. They're gonna eat you up, right?
Yes, that's for them. But for the actual conspiracy with the boat and like the Simpsons,
right? The Simpsons episode.
Yes, there was an episode of the Simpsons where they had a boat collapse. A person came in and pushed a button and made it collapse, and they were talking to like political people and saying, you know, there's going to be more if you don't do what I say. Right. And so the question is, did the Simpsons get this one right too? Right. And it's like, maybe, what if the Simpsons show is not a book for us to prepare for stuff that could happen? What if the Simpsons show was usually just created because people believe that the government does crazy stuff, and they just made shows, and now those people that do stuff, the elitists, they just take moments that happen in that show to just further push conspiracies to distract us. Right. That's a conspiracy that I'm putting out there. Right. What if that is a lane that's being taken, and the Simpsons never are actually right in predicting stuff? Those people are just taking stories from what the Simpsons have put out there and actually playing it out. Right.
I don't know. The whole Simpsons thing, it seems like every single event there is for it, there's always an episode that matches it. And so I don't know if it's one of those things where like history just repeats itself, or if it's one of those things where like things are just relatable, and then like something like that happens and then we're like, oh yeah, Simpsons page 25, this was the episode. Like I don't know how to distinguish, did they predict this, or is this just something that is relatable and maybe somebody thought of to put in the episode and like mapped it out? Like, I don't know. Could it be a prophet behind the Simpsons? Maybe. We don't know. I don't know. But it's just like, even still, if it is, I just feel like some people should just wait. Can we just find the people and get the information to their families before you start conspiracy theorying about what's going on? And these are people that are dead. Yeah. And if it were me, I just wouldn't want to get online and be like, oh, so they think that the government blew my uncle up.
Do you think it should be a crime for against conspiracy theorists to create outrageous theories and it turns out to be false, but they've gotten so many people conjured up to believe this is the truth? Do you think that there should be a crime for those people? So let's say, hypothetically, you have been accused by conspiracy theorists to have murdered someone you've dated before, right? Okay. And because this person went missing. Okay. And no one has been able to find them. They've been looking for The family's still looking for years, but you've moved on in life.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And that conspiracy theorist comes out and say, I think that the girlfriend killed him.
Right.
And they got a bunch of people saying, like, you know what? That could be true. And it's now affecting your life.
Mm-hmm.
People are like looking at you differently. Don't nobody want to hire you from a new job because you could be the girl that killed her boyfriend.
Right.
Do you think crime should happen when it comes out? Like Lizzie that had nothing to do with this, and this person was found in their room, deteriorated bones because they choked on the peel.
Right. I don't know if it should be considered a crime, but I think it should be left up to like me, like if I want to sue them for defamation of character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever other things I could get them on, I would definitely take them to court and like get that shit sorted out in court. But I wouldn't want to see you do time behind like saying that I murdered somebody or, you know, you get punished for whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, it's freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
If that's what you want to say, then cool. I guess whatever. You can say whatever you want to say, get all the people riled up, whatever. I don't know. But that doesn't mean I can't take your ass to court and sue the fuck out of you for trying to ruin my reputation.
Yeah.
And so I think that people should be careful. I think that was actually like something like that. I don't want to say it was a conspiracy, but it was more so of like a rumor. Mm-hmm. Cardi B, like somebody was spreading false information about her. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember the girl's name or like the article or nothing like that, but she took their ass to court and was like, bitch.
Oh, you talking about Tasha K?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that who it was? Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's who it was. But yeah, she did her big one on her because don't do that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to like guess, but then like when you start putting stuff out there and like making assumptions and like trying to make it sound like facts.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, okay, you could ask a bunch of what ifs, but then when you be like, no, this happened because Diddy is over there doing and they trying to distract us, and you don't know that. Mm-hmm. Just be cool.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
The niggas that be going online, y'all are sheeps. Y'all are sheeps. Y'all are blind. You have no proof.
None.
You have a case that you are building.
Yeah.
It is not enough to convict that person, sir. You call us sheeps.
Yeah. It's just all assumptions. All assumptions. So
yeah.
But to the families of the Baltimore people, I hope they
send a condolences.
Yeah, for sure.
Send a condolences. That is fucking traumatic, especially to be the only one that survived.
Yeah.
They're
gonna ask you all kind of questions like, what happened? What did you see? What do you remember?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wouldn't even know.
Survivor's remorse gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But that just goes to show you, like, and I say this a lot, and this is why I tell people I love them. Like when they leave out, when I don't see them no more, when they in my presence and I'm about to leave, you just can't take coming home for granted. Mm-hmm. Like imagine you go to work, you're working on a bridge, and then your life just ends just like that. Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to tell me that my life is just gonna end on a drop of a dime. Like I'm just gonna be doing some regular daily activities and boom, that's it. You just never know.
Imagine 9/11, like,
right?
You being the phone call of the people on the plane calling and saying, "Hey, I might not make it home. They hijacked the plane." That's gotta be tough.
First of all, I'm gonna say, is this real life?
Yeah. Cause
that don't even sound like.
Yeah.
You be like, what?
Yeah. And
that's just crazy. Like, people just don't return home. Just tragic events just happen.
Yeah.
You riding around a car, accident.
Now, if all of this stuff is connected, the shit that we do see, the stuff that the Simpsons predicted, if it all really is all connected, then what?
I mean, then it's just connected.
We got no control over this.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Life still gonna go on, and we still gonna have natural disasters that happen. Stuff gonna happen unexpectedly. So we just gonna keep predicting shit, or we just gonna live life and just let it be. I feel like conspiracy theorists drive themselves insane. Insane, because like, what are you solving?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Now, I'm not saying give up on it.
No, for sure.
I just think you should make a real purpose behind it.
Right.
Become a secret conspiracy fighter and unearth the stuff and die on that hill. Like, become a CIA agent, infiltrate, get all the information you can, put it out there before you die.
Right.
Make it purposeful, because if you just want to be right.
Right. What's the point?
we all still fucked now.
Right.
Like,
you're still here. We're all gonna blow up at the same time. And then what?
At least give us a chance to want to fight back against the elitists. You just want to be right. Like, fuck you.
Get it out there before it happens.
Yeah.
Give us something to really work with for real.
Like, we ain't got no fighting chance. We all sheep, so you gotta wake us up. Like the fuck.
Yeah. So, but it's unfortunate. But I hope they figure that all out.
Yeah.
So.
I did not know nothing about that. Like, that was national news. I did not know nothing about that.
It's national news. Like, it's been everywhere for like the last couple days, for real. But
okay,
what's going on in your world?
Man, I guess I was too focused on music to miss the bridge.
Wait. We getting more music?
Nah.
Damn.
I
thought you was about to tell me we dropping an EP.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's crazy you say that. I was on a car with Dupree and we were sharing our own music with each other. And I had showed him the EP. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'm listening to these songs, letting him listen to them. I'm like, damn, I'm like, this shit, I'm way better than this. You feel me? And I ain't even wrote some lyrics yet. Like, I'm way better than this.
Period.
And so I started showing him some demos I had on my phone that was after the EP, like 2 years afterwards. Stuff I was working on, I never finished. And I'm like, I'm way better than, like, this shit shows that I'm way better than that. And I didn't even finish the shit. I'm cold as hell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My shit cold, bruh.
Give us another EP. We ready. Well, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
But
I'm ready too. I just can't finish it. I can't finish it.
Give us something.
It's crazy because the relationship I was in when I dropped that first EP, it was crazy. I get to the second relationship, crazy, right? So then I was starting to write music. It was breakup stuff. It was
not
like
two crazies back to back.
Yeah,
okay.
It was both crazy. It was breakup stuff. I was writing fuck you bitch stuff. I was writing, angry stuff, and then also it became like happier, like self-reflection shit. And so then I met the person I'm with now, and they kind of like stopped me from being able to continue those songs that I was writing.
You don't feel that way.
I don't feel that way anymore.
Right.
And so I just had a bunch of unfinished mad shit. And now that I'm with this person's like a happier place to be in. And now I'm making happy shit. And so
Give us
it's like,
both. Give us a side A and a side B.
You know what? That might not be a bad idea.
Give us both.
It might not be a bad idea. I still got to finish all the songs, but that's not bad.
Right.
Okay.
Give us a side A, side B.
Because I was really like, bro, I want to still get this mad shit off.
Right.
Because.
Period. Do it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a bad idea.
Give us both.
I give you a little credit with that. A little credit with the concept. Okay.
Give us both.
Okay.
We love
all right. I see what I can do.
But what about the music? What's going on?
So, Get It Sexy. We was teed up. Me, you, and Shania in our girls' night episode.
Period.
She had dropped a music video for that song.
Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
That music video is cold as hell.
Boy, you know that said super fast.
That's my baby. That's my favorite part of the song. Is she was just singing throughout the whole song.
Yep.
And she didn't stop. Like, she just kept going the whole.
Period. They was in the studio like, yeah,
herself.
keep that. We like that.
What you think about the music video?
It was good. I've always, so when Sexyy Red first came out, she got a lot of backlash, right? It was like, Sexy, this ratchet, what the hell, blah, blah, blah. She actually just gives me so much nostalgia, like, the music video, the hair, from her whole like look appearance, like it look a little raunchy, but that's really how we used to look back in the day for real. Like, we was like the spray paint t-shirts. I had me a spray paint t-shirt,
colorful wigs.
Okay, I had me a Tweety Bird, literally with my name on the back. Like, we was lit. You know, if you ain't had no spray paint shirt, you wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? So I liked the video. The video was nice. And then people were saying like, oh, Soulja Boy finally got his flowers. He could shut the fuck up now, blah, blah, blah. It was really, really cute. Like, the whole
that little dance was so cute.
Yeah, it was
so cute when you hit it.
Cute. I like it. She did her shit. She looked good with the baby waves. So
that baby wave got her thick as hell.
Yeah, she look good.
Thick as hell.
She look good. She look good. But I like the video. It's cute.
Now, what about Aiden Ross jacking off to Sexyy Red?
Who?
That was Aiden Ross. The one that was jacking off.
I didn't know who that was. That was very strange. In the middle of the kitchen, just.
Yeah. Did you get the pie reference?
I hope people don't do that for real. Pie as in coochie?
So that's the American Pie is a movie series that was around during that time.
Oh.
And it was a scene where he was a virgin still, the main character. And he started, liking girls and getting into that whole hormonal shit. So he had jacked off into a pie.
Why did he jack off into a pie?
That's what he had near him. That's what he had. And he chose a pie. And so that scene is an ode to that too.
Why didn't he just jack off in his hand? Or
people jack off with socks. Like you just a kid. You just figured it out. You get your rocks off.
People have strange fetishes.
I love that they added that in the music video.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I would never get that reference. I don't really watch movies like that, but the rolling credits at the end was insane. That is crazy for a music video. That is crazy, but it was cute though.
Yeah,
Drake. She put Drake in there.
I don't think that was needed.
It wasn't
at all.
It wasn't, but I guess people feel like they doing something because they always together.
I just think that he's just grown a fondness of her because he's a culture vulture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think like it's genuine?
We grew up on that time. Everybody had MySpace when MySpace was out.
Right. I didn't,
but we had access to it if we wanted to. So we know what that video and all of that. We know that nostalgia. Drake lives in Canada. And so the only thing that Drake was missing out on is the actual being there for the parties, to make the videos and post it on YouTube and see people at your high school saying, "Oh shit, you famous because you got 100 likes." You know,
saying he don't know nothing about that.
He don't know nothing about none of that shit at all.
You don't think he know to crank that Soulja Boy?
He knows it.
Right.
He was in Canada doing it.
He don't know about it.
But he wasn't home ground here wearing those clothes because it was created here to do it. He was just mimicking what he was seeing on the internet.
Right. Okay.
Like, I had a best friend, college, and I don't know if you was a part of like the whole Juke era in Chicago.
Yeah.
And so going to the skating rink, Markham, Juke Jam,
busting,
Juke the fucked out, right?
Busting,
you
got
the old younger kids skating,
right?
And then you got the other side in the rooms where niggas is juking.
Yeah,
you feel me?
And if you don't know what juking is, look it up,
right? And so
gyrating.
Yes, and my mama, we put on juking parties at the crib. When we grew up in Michigan City, but my mama and peoples, they from Chicago, and that's how they get down out there. That's a Chicago thing to do. That ain't no Indiana shit.
Right.
Brought it over here, and we're putting on the juking parties because that's where we come from. Because we was going to Markham.
Right.
So long story short, if you never lived there, you don't really know what it's about. You just saw videos. The friend that I had in college, she loved the Walla Cam stuff. She loved the juking and all of that. She loved watching Fifi on the block, all of that good stuff, right? But she never went to none of that stuff. She just watched it on YouTube. That's like Drake watching it from Canada on YouTube. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. You don't really know. The motherfucker that put you on the ground, you was just in the chair, and for the flip, you put you on the ground, and then your homie holding you up. You don't know what that feel like.
Hold on.
Hey, this shit thick as hell. You just felt like you had sex that night.
I am crying. Oh my God.
You felt like you lost your virginity. Yes, that was the closest thing to sex. Because we was stupid as hell as kids just doing shit, right?
Literally.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It's not authentic, Drake.
Right.
You should have been the one to be her love interest at all.
I could get that because like kids these days, they hear Sexyy Red, right? And they probably think it's fun, whatever, but they don't understand the video that we just saw.
They don't know.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
And they never gonna get it because unfortunately we're way past that era.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Well, he was in the music video.
He was.
I guess they be hanging out.
They do.
It's cute, I guess. I don't know.
I don't find it cute.
Oh.
I don't. Because even being a hood rat, that is something that our community, Black Americans, had to learn to appreciate. We're still learning that. To appreciate that just through seeing how people portray Sexyy Red. The shit wasn't cute. It's not cute to a lot of us. We're supposed to be more civilized than being a ratchet ghetto girl.
Right.
When that is them. That's
Right.
how they are.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you're saying that is not a good interpretation of blackness. Like Dr. Umar, he has a school that he been trying to open up. And he has said, we going to also make a school for our black beautiful queens too, because he's doing it for the boys right now. We're going to make a school for y'all too. No, we ain't going to forget about y'all. But if you want to come to my school, then you can't wear weaves. And you can't wear... your hair got to be in the nappy form. Like you got to be
natural form,
natural. You only can be natural to be in my school. And I wasn't upset with that at all.
Right.
But that is discrimination.
Right.
That you can't do that.
If I want to wear weave, who are you to tell me that I can't?
You can't do that. The discrimination laws, like we get upset when they say that boys can't wear their locks or they got to cut their locks. That's discrimination.
Yeah.
It's the same as you saying this girl can't wear weaves because you want her to embrace her African essence and naturalness.
African what?
I get what you're doing. I get the thought process behind it. You want us to all love or have that self-love. That ain't the way to do it. To just say, stop, you can't be here. This thing that I'm creating is supposed to be great for you. You can't be here if you want to walk up in this motherfucker looking the way that I don't want you to look. Right. Because I think that is getting you away from self-love. That ain't the way to try to get us back to self-love. I don't think so.
I want to know like how much of what we see of Sexyy Red is actually Sexyy Red in real life. Like,
and what's a gimmick?
Yeah, I want to know for real. Cause like, you know how you remember that song that her and Summer Walker released? I don't know the name of it, but it was like maybe 2 years ago at this point.
I'll look it up while you talking.
Like they was was in a grocery store, like they was doing some ratchet shit. It was right around the time Summer Walker was pregnant. I don't know if she was pregnant with her first one or the twins.
And it wasn't real. It was just her
having fun.
Summer Walker having fun.
Right. And so obviously in that moment we got to see a different side of Summer Walker because we're so used to like classy, like singing, cute awkwardness. Summer Walker. But then in that moment we saw something we ain't never seen before come from Summer, and then it was just like from that point on we saw like the fun side of her, you know what I'm saying, like with her with the legs coming out the sunroof and everybody trying to do those videos and stuff like that. So it's just like I keep in mind that we don't really know these artists for real in real life, and so how much of this is like a gimmick or is this really her? And then of course the question comes into play of like, okay, if this is not really her, who is she portraying, and is it okay for her to
promote something that she's not? Or people will say that it's like stereotypical. Like, is she trying to portray the stereotypical, like what people say, ratchet push
black
this stereotype?
Girls? Right.
I get you.
Yeah,
I really do think this is her. I really do think this
from
is her.
St. Louis.
Yes.
Period.
Yes, I really do think this is
and
her.
And if it is, she fun. I want to go to her house one day.
She had said something about she likes to shop at Rainbow. Like, that's her place, and people in her team were like, Sexy, you feel me? You gotta go to Louis. You gotta get you.
She like, no, I'm cool right here.
Cause she said, I go in there, motherfucker, and I don't like none of this shit. Like, it's not cute. Rainbow got all I need.
She not lying though.
It's really not. Like,
people be bad designer because it's designer, not because they look good.
Bro, I was on Zara trying to get a fit for the movie premiere I went to. I couldn't find nothing I liked. At all. And I'm just like, I gotta stick with what's in my closet. Everything. And Zara's a nice store.
Right.
It has
pretty
pieces
nice
that I can put together.
Right.
But the fits that they have on their models, just trying to get inspo. No. This is not cute at all. No.
My friend is shopping for her baby's first birthday party, and I love my friend to death. Love her to death. Brooke, I love you down. But she is buying all this designer for this baby. He can't even say Goo Goo Gaga. I said, bitch, take this motherfucker to Walmart and Target and get this baby some motherfucking Skechers. And we're going to have this birthday party, this first birthday party. We're going to smash this cake in your face and we're going to go on about our day. This baby won't be able to fit these clothes in 6 months. What the hell are we doing?
Waste.
And now we got our kids dressed all up. It's just like, this is crazy. Just to throw it away. So I wouldn't mind shopping at Rainbow.
You know what she could do though? All that money she's spending on that designer, put it towards a fund.
She is saving for him.
All right.
She's saving for him.
Brooke.
She is.
Okay,
she is.
Brooke.
She doing it right. She is doing it right.
I'm just making sure the priorities
She
there.
is saving for him. She is. She got a little account for him and stuff. And she doing her thing.
Because, so many people have been talking about parents can't afford college.
You are pissed. You are pissed. You're irritated.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, we will.
So another thing that has been a hot topic is Beyonce has finally dropped Act 2.
This ain't Texas.
Cowboy
Ain't no
Carter.
Hold 'em.
She dropped her album Cowboy Carter.
Period. Yeah, she did.
Did you give it some listens?
I did.
Okay.
I listened to a few songs.
Okay.
Let me just say, I did not listen from top to bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Let's preface this with I did not listen from top to bottom. Again, I did not listen from top to bottom. I listened to like maybe 1 through 7, we'll say.
So you got to Jolene.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I got to Jolene.
With that one. I want to start with that one.
We're going to start with Jolene. Okay.
Have you been seeing these Jay-Z memes?
I have. in the quote in there that what she said.
This is
something about her.
I know
man.
you want my man.
Yeah.
I know you want my man.
And it's a picture of Jay-Z next to it. It's like, come on, B. But I think she was talking about like, well, she probably was talking about his looks. But some people was like, now y'all know if Jay-Z approached y'all and said, I want to date you, they going to say,
you dropping ass.
Because he got money.
Yeah.
People are impressed by money.
Yeah.
So they going to say, hell yeah. So while y'all sitting up to acting like,
yeah,
y'all wouldn't go for Jay-Z, please stop playing with that man.
How do she feel to know so many people think her husband is butt ugly?
I don't think she give a damn.
I don't think she give a damn either.
I don't think she
But it got to be crazy for it to be such a consensus to see people listening to your album and you see this man.
Jay-Z don't care either.
I'm sorry, he don't give a fuck either.
I don't give
but they gotta touch you too. Like, yeah, you don't care. These niggas broke. Fuck them. You know, cool. But every day you get on this app since this album been trending, you see people zooming in on your lips, zooming in. Like, that got him like, all right, man, I'm tired of seeing this shit.
I don't think Jay-Z is butt ugly.
He's not butt ugly.
He's not. Yeah. I don't know why people be trying to do it. I think that Jay-Z has a lot of Afro features. And people hate Afro features. I don't think Jay-Z is ugly. If I saw him on the street, would I say hey to him? Probably not.
Yeah.
He not my type.
Yeah.
You know I got a type.
Yeah.
But he's not ugly though.
Yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Now some people may find him really attractive. They be like, I want to lick his balls. You know what I'm saying? They might think he's really cute, but like, I don't think he's ugly. But also, who are we to determine who's ugly and who's cute?
We already, no, we did it, but it was a whole episode about talking about calling somebody ugly. It's wild.
Literally.
It is wild.
I mean, somebody may not be too easy on the eyes, but goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
They had no control over it.
Right.
Their parents was probably ugly. Like, they had nothing to do with that.
Damn.
You can't hold them accountable for being ugly.
Damn. That's what they gonna do.
Yeah, and everybody cute to somebody. You know, right. you probably ugly as hell to somebody.
I think if Jay-Z, because we was talking about if I don't even want to talk about who I was talking about in particular because they're gonna eat my ass up. But but we was talking about how like a lot of celebrities, they get money. And really the issue was never that they was like ugly. It was just they ain't had no money. They was just broke. And so I wonder what Jay-Z would look like. Well, maybe there are pictures of him out there. I've never seen him I've never seen him pre like him being famous. I've never seen pictures of that. But I would love to see like what he looks like with no money.
He looks the same.
Oh, well. He
don't look like, he didn't have his hair how he has his hair. Like, it was always, whenever I saw pictures of him, shaved, clean.
Right.
But
he don't look like a bad man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's funny, though, I guess.
That Jolie song is fucking hilarious.
I think it's interesting that Dolly Parton could relate to Becky with the good hair. But she said, the person I know has like, what'd she say, like auburn hair or something like that. I said, oh, so Dolly Parton can relate, huh?
Yeah, because being blonde, you're supposed to be preferred as a white woman. And this whole cheated on me with that.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. I actually love that song and how people are receiving that song, Beyonce's version of Jolene, because we got this fucking theory that white people don't do shit that we do. Y'all don't see white people going online saying they have incompetent parents.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Jolene is the song.
Literally, yeah. We just don't see it as often.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not online or whatever. But white people literally, behavior is consistent.
Literally.
Always.
It's not a black thing,
No.
a white thing. It's a human thing.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It may look differently how they do it. Like we're gonna say, if we think somebody being a man is being less of a man, we're gonna say he's sassy. Right. They're gonna say a different way. I don't know how they will say it, but they're gonna say it a different way. But they definitely probably view how a man's supposed to be. And if that person's not meeting up to that standard, they go, all right, sir.
Right.
Buddy, you know, something.
Literally. So they have their own way of doing things. Yeah. Yeah.
We got to stop that shit. People, it's a human. We all humans. We do shit.
Yeah.
All
behavior
right?
is consistent.
But the actual album, what do you think? What was your opinion of country music before we get to this Beyonce putting out country, not country album?
I hate country music.
I hate it too.
I hate it. And I don't listen to it because I don't like the yodeling. Stop. Just sing the damn song.
How you yodel?
I hate it. Like, I don't know. I just never really been a fan of country music in general. I know that Dolly Parton is big.
Yeah.
And I think that was dope that she was able to get her on the album.
Yeah.
But I don't really care for country music, but I know that back in the day, I guess black artists used to, like, country music is like, I guess all music in some way stems from black people. So I don't know. I think it's strange kind of that, you know, country music stems from black people, but the mass majority of us don't really enjoy or indulge in country music. So like I never really listened to it. And I think that's why it was so hard for me to listen to Beyonce's album.
Country music is a reflection of how we lost at history. We don't like the shit, and we made the shit.
Yeah.
Slavery. We lost. We lost and they took it from us.
Yeah.
And now you hate what they took because you didn't grow up on it. You didn't grow up on that. We grew up on R&B, rap, gospel. Right. That's the shit we bump, you know? I didn't like country music. I still don't really care for country music. When Beyonce put out an album, I still don't care about country music. It's more so the way that you sing it. What gravitated me towards R&B so much, and why I think it is the genre of all genres, is the way that we sing R&B. It's I love church singers, and you just throw that on
a slow jam,
on some 808s on that motherfucker, and it hit my soul. Jasmine Sullivan is one of my favorite artists of all time because she sings like a gospel song singer, and she gonna tell me she got the best pussy in the world, but sing it as if she your church. Right. That's why I love Jasmine Sullivan.
Right. It sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not gravitated towards country. Like, there's good songs out there, but the way that you all sing country, the yodels, because they do more than yodels. It's like just that twang in your voice, the way that your dialect tends to sound when you sing words. I don't like the sonic of it. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't care about the content of it. Shorty, like, it sound like that. Like, they say stuff that we say, but they just give it like it's like gospel. Like, you just, as long as you say God, you got it. Right. With country, you gotta tie it in into, I was with my gang, you know. Like, tie it into that. We was at the shack, the saloon. Like, you gotta just give it real Western cowboy vibes for it to be country. Yeah. I'm good on that.
I think she has some songs on there that still kind of cater to, like,
Yes, I already know what you're saying.
Yeah. She still kind of caters to, like, us in particular in some ways, but I mean, from what I heard, this is not Beyonce slander, because I like Beyonce. Please, Beehive, relax. Please, fucking relax. Yeah. But I'm still gonna go to the concert. I'm not gonna pay for my tickets. I'm probably gonna go for free. But I'll still go to the concert and, like, see. What I will say is that even with Renaissance, like, I listened to Renaissance top to bottom, and the first time I listened, I was like, and it grew on me a little bit, because I feel like it really catered to LGBTQ a lot, and so, like, usually I don't listen to that kind of music. Like, that's not my first go to when I get in the car. But the performance was amazing. And even going to see like the movie afterwards, it's always amazing to see the amount of work and thought that Beyonce puts into these projects. I will say that is like really impressive to me, and like how she breaks it down in her films and stuff like that. That's the part that I really like appreciate, especially as somebody who used to be a dancer, who used to be like behind the scenes and stuff like that, seeing like what goes on to put on these kind of performances and all this audio is always amazing to see. But the album itself, like, I haven't finished the album from top to bottom, but what I've heard so far, it's okay. I don't know if I would get in the car and turn it on, but it's nice to see her tap into something else, you know, that she wants to explore. I also think it was nice that she went ahead and gave flowers to K. Michelle, because it kind of signifies, you know, that there's room here enough for everybody. And like, people will try to make you bump heads with the person that's in the same industry as you or in the same field as you, and it's just like, babe,
you can only be one black girl doing this.
No, like, babe, you could do this too. Come on. And so I think that was really, really dope. I think Beyonce does really good at that, like letting other people know, like, no, there's enough room for you, and I appreciate you in this lane too. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with that.
I said the last episode that Beyonce was chosen to be the black superstar, the black girl out of all the girls that came out with when she was out, like Sierra. We was just talking about what happened with Sierra, and I said we all chose Beyonce. Right. Like, even black people agreed. Like, Beyonce is the one. Yeah. And so with country now, Beyonce is Michael Jackson's standard. Right. She dabbling into country is putting a shadow on the people that's been doing country that are also black. Yeah. Hopefully she gets some She brought these country artists and put them on an album, because I think she understands the gravity of what she's doing and how it will overshadow these people. Yeah. So let me bring them with me while I put this out. Yeah. So I appreciate her thinking about that part, how it would affect our community for her to do this, since the greater community will, like, hey, don't give about these niggas. It's Beyonce. Yeah. I love the features she had. She has a song with Miley Cyrus. I think that was a good song. Both of them did their thing. She had a song with one of the. Let me get his respect, because if I know Miley Cyrus' name, then I need to know his name. 1 second.
She had a song with Post Malone too.
I like that song.
Levi jeans.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. I think Miley's feature is my favorite feature. So the song that I am referring to is called Spaghetti.
Oh yeah.
And Sweet Honey Buckin'. That artist, Shabuzi, he's a black male artist, and he did his thing. Yeah. On both those songs. Yeah. Those one of the features that stood out to me too. I think that what she's doing needs to happen. Yeah, for sure. She needed to do this because we need to reclaim everything that has been taken away from us. And I just don't stand. I hate slavery with a passion. Like, that's just one of those things that I'm very passionate about.
Should really hate that.
Yeah, I do. But some people just tell you to forget about it, let it, you know. But that's not something that you can just forgive, at all. And having the lasting effects that it has on us to this day is why you can't forget about it. I had said the last episode again that it's hard. It's so easy for you to go tell somebody to go heal without understanding what healing really looks like. It's that shit being constantly in your face because it's still here. Right. It's not dead. It's here. Racism is still here. Slavery, the effects of it is still here, so you can't just fucking forget about it, especially when you never apologize. So, never. Yeah. And you could just have country music out here and all the top country music artists are white. Like, can't just forget about that shit. Yeah, so I love that she chose to do this. She also said that this ain't a country album, this is a Beyonce album. Period. So I love that she did that too, because when you put yourself in a box with music and you say that I'm an R&B artist, you can't step out and go try a new sound that nobody has accumulated to be R&B. Right. So I love that she said this is a Beyonce album, because she's also saying, I'm great. I could do anything. Right. And this music that you're hearing, you could say, oh, this sounds like country, or you could say this ain't country, because this is Beyonce. Like, I'm just as good that I could do all these different fucking sounds, which I think she has proving that she can. Like
right.
that dance music, the dance album she put out was great. The way that she was, because you could compare it to how Drake did it.
Right.
It ain't the authenticity was not there
right.
with Drake shit.
Right.
And he definitely didn't try to do it how authentic house music sounds, but the attempt at it still was short. It didn't really hit the mark for me. But Beyonce did what she was supposed to do.
She did great, yeah.
So
yeah. I think it's interesting, you know, Jay-Z, he had a speech not too long ago about artists in certain lanes that are not getting the recognition that they need to get. Yeah. And how I think it's crazy that Beyonce has not gotten album of the year yet.
Yeah.
And so even Lemonade was what? Lemonade was great. I love Lemonade. And she went years without putting out something after Lemonade, and Lemonade still survived. Like, it was still great.
To this day.
And so hopefully, I don't know. I can't really say if this is, I haven't listened to the whole thing, so I can't really say if this is an award-winning album for her. Yeah. But at least I hope that she starts to get some of the recognition that she deserves.
I don't want this to be her album of the year.
Okay, so you want it to be something else.
Because
why does it take country for her to make country music to become album of the year?
Yeah, and I think that's the shit that these elitists do.
Right.
To throw it in our faces. Like, all right, we finna make this one your album of the year.
Right.
It's your ass streak.
Right.
No.
Right.
Fuck you, ho. No.
Right. Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did see that picture. That the post I sent you on Facebook. It says, I'm convinced Beyonce could sit in silence on an album and y'all would like it. I feel like, okay, but you try to say it's bad. It's not bad.
It's not
the album
bad
is
at
not
all.
bad.
Yes.
Just say you don't like country music.
Yes.
But I do think that is true, though. I think there's some truth to that. Like, Beyonce could probably get on the album and just
it's
do
Beyonce
whatever.
Bitches. You said this already.
Right.
Yeah.
And she could just, like, whatever. But
that she's a performer, though. So, like, Beyonce can come on the track and say it's Beyonce Bitches and walk away, and that just be like a skit on her album.
Yeah,
motherfuckers can turn that shit up.
Right,
play that, make that be a caption on social media.
Right, it'll be a TikTok sound and everything.
Yeah, because you have this. She has this brand identity that she is queen. Right, and so that's why she can do something like that.
Right. Yeah. How would you feel about a gospel album from Beyonce? I was listening to 107.5 on my way to work the other day, and they was like, y'all, it'd be dope as hell if she come out with a gospel album.
That shit gonna be fire.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be the best one out of the two that she's already gave us. It was gospel.
They was like, she got to put the heavy hitters on there. She got to get Kirk. She got to get Tasha Cobbs.
Yeah, that shit would be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably listen to that.
Yeah.
I love a good gospel joint. I ain't gonna hold you.
I had sent y'all. I had sent you and Martha MC a photo of something I saw on Facebook. You know what I'm talking about?
The photo of something you saw on Facebook. Hold on. She exposed me. Maybe I don't read my messages.
I ain't exposing y'all.
She exposing me, y'all. No, oh my God.
No.
What did you send me?
I'm gonna let you go to it because I want us both to follow it. Go me and Barthel, the chat that we all in.
Oh, you talking about the
Facebook post.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, all right. So I had sent my friends this Facebook post that I saw from a Facebook friend, and I'm gonna read it to y'all. I'm gonna show it on the screen too. So if you are,
shit, you being messy.
I'm not gonna show the person.
Okay,
I'm just gonna show the post.
Okay.
So if you're on your favorite streaming platform. Sometimes I show visuals and stuff on YouTube, so you can follow along with that. I've always been transparent on my Facebook, and this moment won't be any different. Before the news gets out there by somebody else, I want y'all to hear from me. I'm about to be a father again, and I got multiple women pregnant at the same time. I kind of spiraled after the breakup with my baby mama, and somebody's been threatening to put this information out about me. So I said, why not do it myself? And I'll be posting videos updating everyone about this crazy ass journey. Not going to let anybody hold shit over my head. This is my life and I'm not ashamed of it. Judge me all you want. Right? Okay. And so there were many comments on that post of congratulations. There were many posts about like, man, that's crazy. They trying to, you feel me, blackmail you. Babies are beautiful. Congratulations. Congratulations. So I was like, I'm gonna just wait until I see somebody actually come in that motherfucker on some real shit and say, this shit fucked up. How many women you got pregnant? What you got going on?
Right.
So nobody did that. He said, I hope y'all still supportive when I say how many women pregnant. Because I feel like he wanted people to say constructive shit because it is wild, right? And so this person said, man, how many? Now I'm intrigued. Congratulations, my boy. Y'all all fucking know y'all wanted to know that.
Right.
Y'all all know that y'all did not want to say congratulations for real. Y'all just wanted to not make him feel bad about him coming out here to say this shit.
Right.
So it turned out that post was fake. Right?
Okay.
It turned out that wasn't real, and he says that he's created a movie about a guy having multiple women pregnant.
Okay.
And he was just seeing if he put out this headline, basically, would people be interested in it? Would this be juicy? Because then that will probably help me think that this movie is something I should continue to make because it'll be received.
Right.
And so, of course, I reacted differently without knowing that it was fake in our text messages. I said, this shit crazy as hell. This nigga wild as hell.
Imagine somebody has no tolerance for people having kids that it don't make sense. She don't have no tolerance for that shit.
I don't. She
gonna be the last person I tell I'm pregnant.
Yes. Because Lizzie, you can't feed yourself. Why are you pregnant right now? That's why I hate when people get pregnant. Like, you can't afford this baby. You can't support this baby. Why the fuck you do this?
Right.
It is not a happy moment. Like, this is not a congratulations. This is a why the fuck you do that moment. You feel me? It's a congratulations when you are about to bring life into this world that you can support. That's the difference. For anybody that's like, damn, you ain't gonna be happy Lizzie have a baby. Right. That's why.
I guess my question is, like, okay, you sitting down and having a conversation with a person and telling them, like, nigga, you shouldn't have did this.
Yeah.
But they still gonna follow through with it.
Yeah.
What does that do?
What does that conversation do for them?
Yeah. What does that conversation? They still gonna bring a life into the world. They still gotta figure it out. So it's like, what? And this is why I literally just told my boyfriend this the other day. I said, if I get pregnant and it doesn't go according to how I want it to go, I'm not telling anybody until I'm 3 months in. Because I feel like when people get pregnant, and I kind of just had this argument with my brother a while ago. When people get pregnant and they pregnant in situations where they don't really not want to be, but plan to be, let's say like they're not financially prepared. Sometimes they do weigh out the options and they do say like, oh, well, maybe I should abort, or maybe I should adopt, or maybe I shouldn't do this, or maybe I should do this. And so I guess we kind of just like don't know the thought process of that person. And so for me, I feel like if you're my close friend, obviously, absolutely, I would want you to have that conversation with me, right? Say like, yo, do you think this is something you should do? I don't really think you're financially in a space to do this. Not saying that that's going to change my opinion on what I decide to do, but it brings something to the table. Whereas like if you maybe like an extended family member, or maybe I don't talk to you on a daily basis, I think that you should just say congratulations, just move on with your life. Because what the hell are you going to say to me? You know what I'm saying? But I said to myself, like, I would probably wait until like I'm 3 months in, whether I'm married or not, to say like I'm pregnant, because the negativity could actually kill like your happiness for wanting to bring a life into this world. Yeah. So it's like, damn, okay.
And I'm very aware of that.
Yeah.
I have someone in my life that is pregnant, and I do not, I am very disappointed, right? This is,
to say the least.
Yes. Very disappointed. And my disappointment has made me the worst support system ever. I can't get past this disappointment. And this shit it has a lot to do with me, but it's not my responsibility. So it's like, why won't you just be there and be happy for them? I've been struggling with this because I do want to be happy for this person, but I can't. I'm happy that a baby is coming. We have new life. But I'm not happy that person chose to make that dumbass decision. Correct. Right? And hopefully we can bring that person on, because I would love to talk with them and we both share our point of views with this, because this is like a very complex feeling that I have never felt before. So long story short, I've been keeping myself from expressing my discomfort and disappointment with this decision because I do acknowledge that this would probably like really hurt them, and it will probably have their pregnancy like a tough time. It would make their pregnancy a little bit tougher to know that this person that they love
doesn't support
it. So I've been keeping it to myself. I don't think that I need to tell this person that at all.
Absolutely.
Because when a baby comes, that disappointment will probably still be there for that person, but not for the baby. Like the baby's going to be fully supported by me. So yeah, I'm with you. You don't need to tell that person that.
Yeah.
I will be perfectly fine.
Crazy. I am literally not talking to my brother right now because of this very conversation that we had. Like, and it was simply because we had gone to a baby shower for a family member. Yeah. And the debate was on the table about whether or not the family member made the right decision to have a baby at this particular time in their life. And I just simply said, like, honestly, it's none of our business, one. And two, you don't know the thought process that they went through in deciding to keep the child. Maybe this was maybe this person has PCOS and this was a lucky chance, or you just never know. And so, okay, in her instance, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Mind your damn business. If you're going to go support. And so it ended up being a back and forth of me and him going at each other's necks, and him saying to me that if I got pregnant right now, he wouldn't support me and he wouldn't show up to the baby shower. He just like wouldn't agree with my decision. Basically what you're saying, like if it's gonna be a detriment more than it's gonna be like, you know, a happy-go-lucky situation, then like you probably shouldn't do it. Yeah. And I got mad at him because I just felt like, you know, how you're saying that probably, you know, your person feels like you don't support me in this time. Yeah. It's sad. And as somebody who's so close to you, it's just like, damn. I said to him, I said, that's flaw as fuck. Like, why you wouldn't support me? Why you wouldn't? I agree. I'm okay with you not agreeing with my decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with you feeling like maybe this not a good time, but damn, you just not gonna show up. You just not gonna be there for me. There's been things that you've done that I'm not really, that I don't agree with, or things that I'm not really happy about. So damn, you're just gonna say fuck me. I said, well, if you do that, I will never talk to your ass ever again. I'm sorry.
And that's the consequence that they're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah, I said I will never talk to your ass ever again because I feel like that's fucked up. And we got into a whole argument about it, and like we're literally not talking to this day because of that. Yeah, I am not pregnant. This is how irrational this shit is. Yeah. I am not pregnant. Yeah. I do not have any kids, but it's for me, it's the principle. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, because I made a decision, it's just like fuck you, like. God damn, okay. Yeah. Well, fuck you.
Yeah. It's a consequence that other person will just have to deal with and be okay with their decision to not support. Yeah. I would hate for the person pregnant to come out and say, she never supported me through this. When that would be a lie, because I support in a different way. Right. I cannot support you and be happy that you have a baby when you're not you're just not in any ability to support yourself. Right. But I can be there to help you get ready. But I'm just not there to be validating you and making you feel good about this stupid ass decision. I'm not there for that part.
So you think people like, and this, I feel like this is kind of like my brother's stance on it. He's just like the same, like how you think, like if you're making an irrational decision to do something or something just doesn't make sense, I guess he feels like he shouldn't say congratulations, or he shouldn't be in a full support, whether opposed to like maybe having that conversation of like, this is not a good idea. Like obviously in the end, you know, it's still going to happen and you're still going to have a kid, but I just want you to know that I'm disappointed.
I think the disappointment part shows that person that they need to get their shit together even more. So like the baby shower that your brother said he would go to. But you love your brother. So you would love for your brother to be at your baby shower. You really get to see, like, damn, he ain't even come to the baby shower. Then I really need to, really get my shit together, because I would like for my brother to be a part of this process, but I understand that he don't condone this decision. Yeah. And I think that your brother should at least be there when the baby comes and be there for that baby. But let's say that you can't even fucking pay for the baby shower, but you want to have a baby shower, it's your first baby. that shows you shouldn't be having a fucking baby.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
But my brother, he always helps me out with my bills. Sometimes when I'm behind on my phone bill, he'll give me some bread. Now you asking him to give you bread for a baby shower that he won't.
See, this is where me and my brother started arguing at, because we actually got to that point, and he was like, y'all go out and have these babies by people, and then y'all want to ask people for help. Yeah. And I said, well, I've never asked you for help. That's a different story. Me and my brother have a very different dynamic of a relationship. In fact, he asked me for help. What did I do with him? Yeah. But that's beside the point. Yeah. But I agree in that sense of like, and my mom said the same thing. She was basically saying like, you know, people have children and then it affects the people around them. Yes. And that's where it becomes the issue. It's not so much that you're having a baby and, you know, you can't support the baby. It's the fact that it's going to affect the people around you. Yeah. And I agree. Yeah. I agree in that sense. And maybe that's a conversation that you do have. You do say like, you know, I'm not extremely excited that you're having a child. Yeah. This is going to affect all of us. Yeah. But in the end of the day, like, that's your decision to keep the baby, and, you know, we could try our best to support. But I do want you to know that you're going to have to do more than what you're doing now. It's, you know, we'll help you till you get on your feet. But when you're there, this is all you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the village. I mean, do you purposely rely on the village? No.
Literally.
Literally. Do you purposely rely on the village? No. But in the event that something happens or something comes up, you know, then it's like, okay, we're here as a safety net, but don't over abuse it. Yeah. And I've also had a conversation about, you know, I know people that have had abortions, like time and time again. Well, that's a conversation for why aren't you having safe sex? Yeah. Absolutely. But it's like, okay, maybe I've had, and I have not. Maybe I've had 3-4 abortions. I don't know. And I've decided to keep the 5th. Yeah. So then it's like, okay, maybe they're worried about they won't be able to have kids if they keep having abortions, or I don't know, something medically is going on. I don't know. Those are all different scenarios and different cases of why people choose to go through with pregnancies. But
I don't think for their mental health, it is important to hear them about why they chose to have kids. Right. But for the actual purpose of this conversation and why I'm not on their side with this decision is because you're now bringing in something to further perpetuate generational curses. Right. This is it. No one should be without stable income having a child. Whether you agree with the laws or you disagree with the systems that's been created, we have to pay to be alive. We have to pay to be here. And so now you're adding an extra person you got to pay for to be alive. And if you cannot support that, you shouldn't have it yet. Right. You can't, you going without food some days. Right. I don't support this. I agree. Because I'm about the children first. And so I'm thinking about that child now. I feel more responsibility for a responsibility that's not my responsibility, because I care so immensely about children. Right. So I'm going to make sure that kid is okay. And I ain't even got my first kid yet. And I'm going to be out here just helping so many kids. And when my kids get here, I really gonna have to make the conscious decision to stop helping other people's kids, because now I might miss out on the stuff that my kids want, since I just care so much about everybody else fucking kids. Like, that's really been my life, is just caring about everybody else fucking kids. I don't want kids, because sometimes I really feel like I'm gonna have to close off this at least one savior that's out here looking out for the kids. I do so much for my nieces and nephews. And when I have my own kids like that, they're going to have to suffer because I chose to not have my own family. Right. And they not my fucking responsibility.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. I definitely understand, you know, having to, it being like, not a burden. I don't want to say a burden, but you having to take on responsibility of another person because they weren't responsible enough to make the right decisions. Yeah. It's a tough call, because a lot of people are out here doing that. Yes. A lot of people are out here doing that. And
more the world is doing it than not. Yeah. We've gotten to a place where, not even gotten to a place, we've already been in this place where mistakes are normal. And that's, it's normalized to just make mistakes instead of making better decisions, making the decision that actually is rational. Right. It's okay to, like, and this is since the beginning of time. We've just been making such irrational decisions to the point where when somebody speaks up and say this was a poor decision to make, you need to be held accountable for this shit, that person's the bad guy. When you that make that dumbass decision should be the bad guy.
Right.
I don't agree with prison too much, but I agree with holding people accountable for the dumb shit that they chose to do in life where you had all the examples of not to do it. You know the rules, you know the laws. Even if you don't know them, you grow to learn as you get older, because you don't just come out the womb killing people. You come out, you might kill a squirrel, and then that squirrel become a dog, right? But you eventually get told you can't do that, and then you eventually just continue to try to do what you know you ain't supposed to do.
Right. And I think a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people know, like, okay, this isn't the best situation. When I say people, I say women, because we're in control of
the kid,
whether we have the child or not. I think a lot of women know that, you know, their situations are not the best and they still decide to go through with it. Sometimes I think it's an ego thing, you know, to prove a point or to prove like I could struggle. I don't need no man. I don't.
Well, this gonna keep me this nigga. I'm gonna keep this nigga if I have a baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this nigga if I have a baby. Like, you know, I think women sometimes need to really be for real.
Be fucking for real.
Be fucking for real sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it be about proving a fucking point, and it's really sick because at the end of the day, these children are gonna suffer.
Yeah.
As a result of. But to your point, I think that it is okay to have those conversations with people about like your disappointment or not saying congratulations in the moment. I just think it's the delivery that matters most, because you could really hurt a person in their process if you're not wise about your delivery, because it could really come off as like how the conversation me and my brother had. It could really come off as fuck you. I'm not supporting that shit. Yeah. And I hated that because I'm like, well, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like if I made a poor decision, well, goddamn. Yeah. But I think it's all in how you have those conversations, and then if you're gonna use the village needs to make it well known. Like, okay, bitch, we helping you, but don't get used to this.
This I will not stand for. I'm not doing this part, but I'll do this.
But black people in particular, I can't speak for other people because I didn't grow up no other way. I grew up with black families, and we're the village. Yeah. Like we're strong on the village. It takes a village. But at what point do you over abuse the village?
Yeah. Some people and some people really think that your family don't really have to do nothing for you.
Don't absolutely. Right?
I know people are gonna, if this gets clipped up, I gotta make sure how this clip get clipped. Cause niggas gonna be like, so your mama had to do that for you.
Right. They're not obligated to do anything. Yeah.
Yes. Now when I say family, I mean the people that did not bring you into this world. You're not their responsibility.
Uncles, cousins,
yes,
grandma,
grandpa.
They
don't have to do shit for you. They just have blood that matches something close to your blood. That's it.
Right.
If my sisters were to have kids, which my sisters have kids, I'm not obligated to do shit for them niggas at all. Right. I choose to do this.
That's a choice. Absolutely.
Yes. That is their responsibility. They created their life. And so to go online and complain about the people that are not the people that created you, that aren't helping support you in your decision making, because they're parents forever. I don't feel bad about, like, I don't condemn those people as being anything bad, because that's not their responsibility.
Right. And that's kind of what my point was to my brother, and him saying that like, oh, well, if you do X, Y, and Z, then we'll have to, you know, save you, just speaking in general. And I'm just like, well, no, you don't have to save me. Yeah. Speaking for myself, if I'm making a life-changing decision, I have already thought about everything from A to Z. The possibilities, the outcomes, how does this affect me? What should I do? And so in that case, I know that it's not my responsibility, or it's not your responsibility to help me if I'm sinking. I have to figure that out on my own. And so that's a conversation to have with people. Is like, you know, sometimes it's sink or swim, and you have to have the life tools to pull yourself back up. You can't just automatically run to mama or daddy because you made some decisions that you probably shouldn't have fucking made to begin with.
they should help guide you through it though.
Yeah.
You they problem.
Yeah. But having that child, that's not their issue. But they could definitely probably give you some tools to say like, maybe you should do this or whatever. Yeah. But
I'm upset. This is another reason why we could get right to it. A segue into the next topic, but
let's go.
The mishaps with the things that my sisters have chose to do. All my siblings, because I have siblings on my dad's side. The things that all my siblings had chose to do pushes me further away from my parents because they don't have parents to go to and get real guidance on. And I feel so much pressure to be perfect sometimes for all my siblings because they see me as the one that always get it right. And so they look to me as Tamaya just got it. So let me call Tamaya. Like, I want my siblings to call me. I'm not saying this to say that. What I'm saying is this is another like shot at my parents. Get it together. Y'all got kids out here that really need y'all. And you so focused on what Tamaya got going on. Like, my mom loves me. And it was a time where both my sisters was at her crib. And I learned that she been wanting to speak to me, but she just been waiting for me to call her. And so I called her to check up on her because I heard that she could be losing somebody that she cares for. And so I called to check up on her, and my sisters then told me, because she was like upset with them, like she like kicking them out. Get up out of here. You irritated me. All that good stuff. And I'm just listening to all the chaos in the background, and I just called her to just check up on her. So long story short, my sisters then told me that she started acting different when she got on the phone with you. And there's this whole little thing that we're all learning, that my mama just really loved Tamaya and she wants Tamaya to love her back. And like she really be sad about this, about our relationship. And sometimes she gets too sad to where she pushes her actual daughters away that are in her face. And I don't know my role, like what to really do, because I'm standing my ground when it comes to my parents, right? I'm standing my ground with that, but I also don't like that my siblings are being affected from them not appreciating what is in front of them. The people that is showing them the love that they just so desperately want from me. I don't know where I'm going with that, but that is my segue into this fucking clip. Right. This damn clip that went viral. We finally gonna talk about it. Lizzie was brought up in that clip.
I am not white. I just want to say, because y'all talking about, am I white? I am not white. I'm a little light skinned, but I am not white. Goddamn. And why is it that in order to be treated right, you have to be associated with a white family? I'm confused. Jeez Louise. No, I am not white. I am black. Both of my parents are black. All of my family is black. Yeah.
So we haven't really speaked on this clip that went viral on Facebook. Yeah. So we're going to do it this episode.
Yeah, let's go. All
right, so boom. Some of the comments that was left, I want us to react to them.
Okay.
So this one comment is about, it includes you.
Well, okay, so what's the clip we talking about?
So we're talking about the clip where I probably should have queued it up, but I basically was speaking on the graduation party that I went to. Your graduation party. And the clip starts off as my parents aren't. I have everything in life that I ever asked for, but the only issues that I have in life are my parents. My parents are incompetent and they are fucked up. And then I had spoken about a time where I went to your graduation party. It was Mother's Day, and it was one of the worst days of my life because I was reflecting on just how I don't even have support in this way, and I'm this type of person. I've been nothing but this type of person all my life, and it was just a lot that day.
Right.
So this person said, not sure if you have graduated top everything without your parents making you do for yourself. I have spoiled kids. Now I see I should have been this way. Did Lizzie graduate top of class? Just asking.
No. Actually, it was barely, but no, I did not graduate top of class. No.
Okay.
Never have. Not grammar school, not kindergarten, not high school, none of that.
Okay. Now, let's talk about she should have been this way. Because maybe her spoiled ass kids will come out to be like this girl that says that she's top of her class. And I had replied and I said, T graduated top of her class because she had goals for herself that she wanted to accomplish that had nothing to do with her parents.
Right.
Lizzie graduated with good grades as well and pursued a master's degree.
Yeah.
Their parents have nothing to do with what they chose to do with academics and college.
Right.
You choosing to do less for your children in hopes they are successful is your decision to make.
Right.
I'm not sure why this was what you took away from this pot clip. And so she replied, she was like, I'm not saying like I'm going to take shit away from them. I'm just going to support them less in certain areas. But I am still intrigued. How was Lizzie? And I was like, bitch, I told you already in the first comment how Lizzie was. But you just so desperately want to make this be real that Lizzie probably is not as successful as me because she was spoiled. Because you just trying to say to yourself that I'm spoiling my kids, but they ain't really about shit. Yeah. That ain't it.
The whole spoiled conversation. I have a clip that I want to show you.
You can send it to the MacBook. Just airdrop, and it should show my MacBook.
Oh hell, it's on Facebook though. How do I do that?
Share the link.
Oh, share the link.
Yeah,
okay.
and then choose.
Mute it.
Share the link.
Oh my god.
Then click more if it asks you for more at the bottom, and then it should pop up airdrop.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna try to find
while
it.
you finding it, I'm gonna go to another comment. So I had a white woman tell me to get over it. I was like, that's crazy. But this other person said, what goes around comes around. She's going to have kids, she meaning me, and give her kids what she didn't have, and they are going to do her worse than she is doing her parents. Watch and see. You are going to get 10 times. This what and that's what some people have been saying in the comment section too, that what I'm currently saying about my parents is gonna happen to me. This is gonna be my karma for publicly disrespecting my parents.
I think that people have a hard time. Why do adults always resort to disrespect? Why can't it just be that I'm giving you constructive criticism on? I think they use that as a fucking defense mechanism. Stop saying I'm disrespecting you.
Yes.
Just listen to what I'm telling you. Yes. Everybody be on such defense mode. Like, I'm not telling you that you're the worst person that ever walked this earth and fuck you. I don't want to have shit to do with you. No, I'm telling you where you probably could have done a little bit better as a parent. It's therapy. Sit down and talk to y'all folks. Like, and then all it takes is I'm sorry that you felt that I couldn't, but this is why I did X, Y, and Z. Or maybe you say, you're right, I could have done a little better in this area or whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you saying I'm disrespectful does not invalidate or validate what I have to say. I'm saying what I said. Yeah. Okay, I'm disrespectful now. Now what? Are we going to finally talk about what I said? Right, though? I still feel the same way. Like, it doesn't make a difference. I don't know.
You could at least say I'm a liar. Like, we could get somewhere with the conversation.
But the issue that I have with people in the comments is that it's just like, yes, you're a parent, but you're also like, okay, I get it that maybe some parents didn't have, and this is what we're talking about, they didn't have the tools or resources that they needed when they first started having children. Well, how is that the fault of the child? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you telling that child to give you grace, right? That's cool. I understand that. Right. Give your parents grace for what they didn't know and what they didn't do because they didn't probably have resources or whatever, right? No rule book to parenting.
Correct. We know that. Well aware of that.
I think that you automatically need to just apologize to your children for even bringing you into this world.
Right.
Because you're bringing them into the world that has so much badass shit happening. Like, we literally have global warming smacking us in the face right now. Like, this world might eventually die in the next 5 years. They can't control that, Samaya. They can't, but they know about it. They know, like, bruh, this world is deteriorating, and I'm about to bring life in here that probably will be here, and I'm gone, and they might see the end. You don't know what the end gonna look like. You just know that you dead. Right. So you ain't gotta see that shit. Now, what if the end is a fucking meteorite crashing Earth? You brought me into this motherfucker.
They can't control that, but I get what you're saying. Like,
I'm dead ass serious, but we being funny.
Apologizing for like maybe bring you into a situation that was not the best.
It's not the best.
Yes,
this world
I
is not
agree.
the best to bring
Because
a new
on
life
top
into.
of having to deal with the world stuff, we had to sleep with the lights off and come in with no hot water because I decided to have a kid at 17 and I ain't had no decent job for real.
Like we gotta be real extreme for the people to get that I'm dead that serious. Like you should apologize for even bringing them into this world. We once were slaves. Some slaves actually just wanted to have kids. And they brought them into this world knowing that they finna get fucked up. Yeah. So like no shame to the slaves. You feel me? Right. But like you just gotta get real.
Some of them was forced to have babies.
Yeah, a lot of them was forced to have kids, but some people really thought it was a good idea. Like, I want to have a child. Yeah. And you got this in front of you right now. Right.
Yeah, I agree. It is fucked up. But people in the comments will say, oh, you're ungrateful. You should be grateful that your parent brought you into this world. You should be grateful for what your parent do. You should be grateful for people struggling with 2 jobs. Well, babe, you wouldn't have to have 2 jobs had you done this right, love.
I'm grateful that y'all fucked raw. You let them nut in you. So that you can create something you can't support. I'm grateful for that. Right. Again, back to you need to apologize for even bringing something to this fucked up world. You're bringing me into this fucked up world. And I'm a black lesbian. Like, I gotta now go through the life of a black lesbian where homosexuality is still being put in the same circle as pedophilia. Niggas won't fucking love me the same because I'm gay. Like, it ain't like right. Yeah. What am I grateful for? I would have been okay dead. Right. But instead I chose to make something out of myself and try to enjoy this experience and make the most out of how fucked up it actually is to be alive in this type of condition. Right. It ain't fun.
And it's no rule book to parenting, but you could have the basic tools. And I know that there's going to be devil's advocates out there who are going to say, well, what if you have all the tools and then all the tools get wiped away and then you have to start from ground zero? Or what if they had a job and then they lost their job or whatever?
Which like,
there's never really like a perfect moment. There is not a perfect moment. No. And that's okay. But the point of starting the conversation is saying, hey, mom, hey, dad, I didn't really like when we had this going on. Or, you know, I struggle with this area of our upbringing. Yeah. It is not to say that you are the worst parent ever. I don't ever want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. It's to say, like, I'm shining light on this. Yeah. I would like to have some insight from you on this. Yeah. How do you feel about this particular area of our lives? Yeah. Do you feel anything? Yeah. Do you want to discuss it? Yeah. It's not to shun people. It's therapy. It's literally, like, people are so used to people not vocalizing or saying what's on their mind. They're so used to everybody just shutting it down, swiping under the rug, whatever. Yeah. That when we do bring up topics, it's like, you're the bad guy. Yeah. And I'm not fucked up over that graduation party like people was trying to say in the comment section. I'm literally not. I just was sharing a story because the person that was there, she spoke about the lack of support that she has with her father, and it drew me back to that time. Right. That's all. I was just sharing a story. Now, I did realize that I do have issues with how much I was not celebrated throughout my life. Absolutely. My birthday is November 20th. And so it's right between Black Friday and Thanksgiving. Right. My mama loved Thanksgiving. I think that's probably her favorite holiday, or it seemed like it, because that's the holiday she really got shit together for. So I always was told, oh, you know, we could go do a little something or whatever because, you know, Thanksgiving coming around, and I always was put on the back burner to the one time every year to celebrate me. Now, did I get the new Call of Duty or the new PlayStation? I did. That is to make up for not actually having a celebration. I appreciate always having the new Call of Duty every year. It drops before my birthday comes. At least get that. I appreciate it. But I don't appreciate that every area of me doing great things, I'm not celebrated. Right. It's always, that's what Tamia's supposed to do. She's this successful person. She's just always going to accomplish stuff. And I think we should define celebration. Because I think when people hear celebrate, they hear like party or you go like a graduation party. Right. That's all. That's all they didn't know. Celebrate meaning like, I'm proud of you. Yeah. I'm really happy that you did that. Yeah. Words of affirmation. Yeah. Like, celebration could be anything really, but I think we've gotten so used to, and I cannot speak for other people's experiences, but I in my life and like the people that I'm close to, I hear it a lot where their families don't celebrate them. I'm like, you got a new job, y'all ain't go out to eat. Yeah. You dropped your EP. Y'all didn't, you organized your whole party.
I said it again.
You organized your whole party. Your whole EP drop.
I had an EP party before that EP party.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was told that I'm not going to your shit.
Oh. See, and that's unacceptable. We just gonna call a spade a spade.
Oh, and they showed up moments before it was about to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
And so, I mean, like, and also I want to say that because I feel like you made a comment or somebody said something about your parents showing up to your basketball game. Mm-hmm. Showing up to one game every couple of years is just like, I feel like that's not enough.
Okay, what do you say to knowing that my mom came to more than one game? She came to if every year it's 25 games that I play in a regular season, and she came to 40% of them. What do you say?
40% of the whole, like your whole basketball career, or my
whole basketball career. We can say 40%.
40% of your whole basketball career.
Yeah.
Okay, for the parents out there, I'm speaking from a place of lack of knowing because I don't have any children, so I don't know what it is to stretch yourself thin across 3
Oh, they're gonna say that then you shouldn't speak on this. Wait till you have your kids.
Oh, well, I'm still gonna speak on it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm still gonna say what I have to say. Yeah. Because we have people like LeBron James who is playing a fucking game and ran to the damn locker room to watch his kid play his game. He can't be there physically, but he still made sure that he didn't miss the game.
Oh, don't compare yourself to other people.
I don't give a damn. Okay. I'm going to compare. Okay. Because what the fuck? Okay. I don't care. Like, I just feel like people find ways to make excuses. Yeah. Stop doing that. And if your truth is that, okay, I couldn't make it to everything because I had 3 other kids, then say that. But also, Nick Cannon, stop having all these fucking kids and you can't tend to everybody the way you need to. You know what I'm saying? And although she may not needed to have made every game, she did not need to show up to everything. No. Okay, fine. But kids are looking out in the crowd to see, like, did their family come? Did their family show up? Did their family support? Maybe the mama couldn't make it that day, but did your auntie come? Did your uncle come? You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you goes a long way. You know, just saying, like, how you feel. Like, I will say that my dad boasts about me all the time. He may not know exactly what the fuck. I got a new job. He don't know what the hell the job is. Yeah. He don't have a fucking clue, but he gonna go and tell the world, my baby got a job and I'm proud of her, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in our communities, we've gotten so used to it just being like, oh, well, you got that. Okay, good. Or you got your little job. You know, people start throwing shade when they get jealous. Oh, you got your little podcast. Little, baby. Big podcast over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, people start sprinkling shade or they don't really know how to show up for you because they never had that. Yeah, yeah. They didn't do those big things in their life. So they don't know how to show up. Yeah. Well, instead of you being spiteful and mean and trying to belittle my shit or maybe not showing me no recognition at all, how about you say, how can I show up for you? What would you like to see? How can I congratulate you? How can I celebrate you so that you feel appreciated in those moments? Because it is a fucked up feeling to do all this stuff to be great and then nobody sees your greatness, or you feel like nobody sees it or nobody ever acknowledges it. Yeah. So
you go above and beyond for people that are not doing what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
I hate even, like, I have this weird insecurity that I'm definitely getting past where I care about how other people feel with my successes if they're not on that same type of path. So I would make myself small when I'm around them when I can't. Like, I was just, I shine. I can't. Right. And college was bad with that. Like, star person on the basketball team, and I got people that think that they're as good as me, but they can't fucking show that they're as good as me because they're not as good as me. Upset when people come around and say, oh, great game, T, or superstar. All right, don't say nothing. You gonna blow her head up. I've never been cocky, never been arrogant. But you're making this be a thing in your head. Yeah. Because you think like you want that for yourself, but you're not good.
But that's why people say keep people around you that are on the same level as you. Yeah. Because it's easy to get like distracted or feel like how you feel, like I have to dim my light so that y'all feel okay, because they're not used to that, or they don't know how to navigate in those spaces, or even come to you and ask for tips. How did you do this? Can you teach me the way? Can you show me? Blah,
Let's get in the gym and get some shots up together.
Right. Let me train you. We could get in there on the weekend or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are so intimidated, or like a spirit of jealousy. Envious. Just, I don't know how she did it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just ask. Just ask, or, you know, just be of support. But that's why they say, like, when you elevate, sometimes it's so easy for people in the back to like just fall off, because they can't come with you up here, and they don't know what it's like to be in that same spot. They definitely don't know what it's
like to be.
Yeah.
And then they like discredit all the work you actually put in to get to where you at.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what I want from the stuff that I do bring on a podcast, because we get real and we talk about our real life sometimes. And some people gonna be like, why she on that podcast talking about me? I'll give a fuck, because I'll say it to you first. You just are intimidated to talk to me. So you won't hear me say it unless you see it on the podcast, because you're actually scared to talk to me. Period. Like, I had a cousin screenshot a post that I made when I had pictures with my mom. She came to a basketball game where I was honoring her father. He died away from cancer, I believe. And so I honored him at the game, and I told her to come because I was doing that. So we took some pictures at the game, and I did like a whole sign off for basketball, because it was one of my last few games. And I had tagged her, and I said, thank you for all that you've done with basketball. My cousin gonna screenshot that post from 2021 and put it in the comment threads. Like, does this look like an incompetent mother? I deleted it. It ain't there. Cousin's blocked. This cousin ain't. My mama and her don't even fucking talk. Right. They don't even talk. Right. But somehow now they talking. Right. And so that shit, like, stuff like that, is just tells you people really have this distorted idea of the role of the parent. She's supposed to do that. She's supposed to show up for her responsibility. That ain't no. And then everybody that I've talked to about this whole clip, they've talked about that word incompetent. You know, black people hate words they don't know the meaning to. Right. And if you call them ignorant, boy, you calling them a dirty asshole. Right. You're uneducated. That's it. Right. So my mom and some others I spoke to, they were like, what do she mean by incompetent? That gotta be something wild, like vile. And I'm like, no, that just means that you had shortcomings in things, you just weren't that successful with it. And when it came to certain decisions that you made regarding yourself, and if it affected us, you dropped the ball on it. Now, does that mean you drop the ball all the time? No. But I can understand why you would take that word incompetent and just think that she's saying she's a shitty parent. No, y'all have beliefs that are fucked up. That's what I mean when I say my parents are fucked up. They have things that they believe in that it'd be fucked up. They have incompetent areas in their parenting. Right. That's what I meant by that. And I can't call on them, because I just can't call on my parents for this, because I'm choosing to mold my life into something different than what I came from. Right. I can't call on them for the stuff I got going on.
And that's really hard to do.
It's really hard that I'm alone.
Yeah.
In this and I have 2 breathing, living parents for all the niggas that said, my parent not here, be grateful. That adds to it. I have 2 living, breathing parents that I can't call on. Right. Yeah. But that's podcasting. That clip did what it was supposed to do. Right. You feel me? Yeah. So hello to everybody here at podcast Club Culture that came from that clip. Hello.
And I want people to stop doing that too. Like, oh, you have both parents, I only have one. Yeah. This is not a race of who struggled worse than the next person. Like, it just go to therapy. I'm sorry that you have one parent. Yeah, you're grieving. I'm so serious. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I understand that you have one parent, and maybe it seems like my situation is better because I have 2. But no, it's if that's the way she feels, then that's the way she feels. You can't invalidate somebody because you're trying to compare the two experiences. It doesn't work like that. And unfortunately, like, some parents have dropped the ball. Like they have children and they think like, oh, I gave you food, I gave you a roof over your head, shoes on your feet, I've done everything that I'm supposed to do as a parent. I'm sorry, you're wrong. Yes, those are the basic necessities.
You're supposed to, or you're going to go to jail. Your kids are going to get taken away from you.
Literally,
a lot of y'all should have had y'all kids taken away from you.
Yeah, you're supposed to do those things. Like it's no questions asked, and kids do not ask to be here.
Bruh.
Kids do not, say it again for the people in the back. Kids do not ask to be here. Kids are a result of you having sex. Yes. They do not ask to be here. So to punish a child or to say, I didn't show up for you, but you should be grateful because you had food, clothes, and shoes is incredibly insane to me.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yes. My mama need to be grateful for the kids that she had.
That y'all wasn't out in the streets.
We weren't out here bogus. She had some great low managed kids. Like she didn't have to do really shit as far as the behavior side of her kids. Mm-hmm. She only really had to worry about my sister Tamia, and if she did something in school she ain't supposed to. Mm-hmm. Other than that, Tamia was fine. She wasn't failing in school. She was a C average B kid. Yeah. She didn't fail. Like my mama had low risk kids. They just did what they were supposed to do. Yeah. And the stuff that was done to us because we forgot to take the garbage out, or you heard somebody cussing at night, like to get beat the fuck up, butt ass naked on the bed. Right. 3 girls butt ass naked, keep hitting their ass if they got something to cry about. Unnecessary. Right. And it's like, so what if not so what, but yes, there are people out here struggling who are in worse situations, or people who don't have food, or people whose parents have abandoned them. Yeah. Those situations do exist, but they're also extremely fucked up. It shouldn't happen.
We're not saying that one situation is less fucked up than the other, or that. No, it's all fucked up. Yes. And so take accountability for the things that you have done, situations that you have brought children into that they did not ask to be here for. Yeah. And take accountability as parents and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this, or I could have done these things a little bit better. I apologize. It's not the end of the world to say I'm sorry as a parent. Mm-hmm. It's not. And I feel like a lot of people feel like if they say I'm sorry that they're just this horrible person, and that's not true. Yeah. And so stop the whole comparison thing of like, well, you had food and we didn't, or you had a beautiful home to go to and we had rats and roaches. Like, no, that doesn't invalidate how I feel. That doesn't invalidate what I went through. And that's like the clip that I just sent you on from Facebook. Like people calling people spoiled. It's just like, you're weird.
Okay. This is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing.
Only reason you got money is because your mama and daddy got money. You living off they shit. How you gonna make fun of me because my parents did what the fuck they were supposed to do financially and I'm enjoying the shit? Because you never had to struggle for nothing. So you telling me you think the only way to learn how to make money is to fucking struggle. The only way to learn how to be responsible is to fucking struggle. Yeah, that sound like some shit that a motherfucker that didn't only ever struggle to say. Well, my struggles gave me principles, but it didn't give you no fucking money. So you might want to tweak some shit, because you probably fucked some up. Yeah, keep not being humble. Keep not being humble, you spoiled ass brat, and watch where that gets you. Man, what the fuck you mean, keep not being humble? Bitch, I'm not being mean. You literally started this shit because you got mad because you found out my folks had money. And when I defended them, now I'm the motherfucker being unhumble and an asshole and shit. This your fault. Well, I ain't got to sit here and listen to a spoiled motherfucker who done had everything since they was born. And I ain't got to sit here listening to a struggling who ain't never had shit. The fuck?
So it's just crazy because a lot of times I get called spoiled.
Yeah.
To the point of like the clip getting chopped up and people saying, well, is Lizzie white, or you know what I'm saying? Like I get called spoiled because my parents actually did for me. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's crazy because in retrospect, like I just feel like they're parents. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they did what they were supposed to do as parents. I'm 25 now, but it's like if I pick up the phone right now and say, I need help, can you help me? My parents are definitely gonna help. Mm-hmm. If they don't have the resources, they're gonna figure it out. The village is gonna step in. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that I'm spoiled. I think that I just had parents that they had me at the right time, in the right place in their life. Did we struggle still? Yes. Did we talk about those struggles? Yes. We went to therapy. I still to this day, sometimes things come up and I say, well, Mom, you could have done this better. Okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? We deal with those things in therapy. And so when people call me spoiled, it's just like, am I spoiled or did my parents just do it right? I think my parents just got it right. Now, there is a thing of like over abusing the village, right? That we talked about. Yeah. I don't feel as if I over abuse. I took the tools that my parents gave me. I got a job. I got my own car. I do everything pretty much on my own. Yeah. Other than the fact that I still live with my mom. I'm working on moving out, so don't fucking eat me up. Goddamn.
She has a mom that will allow her to still live with her until she can able to actually support that responsibility herself.
And that's how it's supposed to be, because people are so quick to, you're 18, get out. You know what I'm saying? Or you're a burden to me. Well, bitch, did I tell you to have me? Yeah. Did I tell you to have sex that night? Yeah. And these bills are still going to be here when I leave. You're still going to have to pay these same exact bills. Me being here, and maybe they're a little higher because I'm here, so we share, you know what I'm saying? And fine, if you want to work out something to put your child on some type of payment, whatever, okay, cool, I understand that. When you become an adult, you have to teach them some sort of responsibility. Yeah. So pay me $100 a month to stay here. Okay, fine. Be reasonable. Yeah. But just because your child grows up and becomes 18 does not mean they just are supposed to be put out. Yeah. Did you provide those resources, or did you give me 2 incompetent parents? You know what I'm saying? And that makes all the difference on your child getting out there and struggling, or your child getting out there and actually being on their feet. And I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, you have to be spoiled to be spoiled, let's put it in quotations, to have successful life, or that you should have to get it out the mud. But we need to stop normalizing having to struggle to get to where we need to go. Because it shouldn't be that way.
Shit in you that is positive. It instills survival
tactics,
like trauma. You're always in survival mode.
PTSD.
And you gotta actually dial yourself down to like enjoy the fruits of your labor. Sometimes you just always in that fucking mode because that's what you had to be in for all your freaking life.
Yeah. And you know, my best friend's mom just passed away, and I hope she don't mind me like speaking on this or whatever, but her mom passed, and her mom gave her the world while she was alive. Like, there was nothing that she wouldn't do for her daughter. There was nothing that she wouldn't give to be there for her daughter. And now that her mom has passed, she's feeling some of that pressure, like, damn, what do I do? Because like all this time I've had my mom. Yeah. And so now I don't have my mom anymore. And it's just like, damn, you know, her mom kept her in the dark about everything, like bills, money, all that. She didn't expose her to any of that. So now that it's like all in front of her face, she's like, damn, I got to learn this. You know, it's an unfortunate circumstance where she has to learn it, but she could navigate it because her mom gave her the tools and showed her a lot of things along the way. Whereas like, and she always says like, you know, I thought I would be a lot more sad that my mom has gone. Yeah. But she doesn't feel sadness. She misses her, of course, but she's not like depressed and down, because this whole time her mom has given her and showed her the ropes of how to navigate through life and get through things. And they have their own struggles too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own struggles, but at least you could set your children up for success. You can start somewhere, you know? So parents, stop trying to use disrespect as a defense mechanism. Listen to your kids. And y'all don't know it all. Thank you.
I also wanted to speak about if, because some people were like, now this is distasteful for you to say this publicly about your parents. Have you thought about how would they feel about hearing you go viral on Facebook and you saying this stuff about your parents? So I would definitely wanted to speak to that. I know what we doing here with this podcast. Other people that see these clips, they're not gonna know until they want to know and get to learn the podcast. We are making healing fun. And many people have seen the pod and they take away and conclude that too. Like, y'all, I want to be a part of this. Like, this is great. What y'all doing, this is fun. And I don't think I told you, but it was a time back in like 2017, I came home from college and I had took this one course about slavery and how Native Americans were enslaved in a different way than from us, right? And I'm just like, wow, I thought only black people were slaves. I came home and I was just like, the stuff that was done to slaves mimics the stuff that was done in our household. We used to get our ass whooped, and we were abused. We were not, and when we were whoopings, we were abused. My mama had 3 girls whooping their ass for shit that you could talk to them about. And so I came home and I was like, hey, the way that you would whoop us reminds me of how slave masters would reprimand slaves if they didn't get in line. Because we grew up in a church home, so I would get whipping sometimes before church because I just didn't like church. I didn't like church. And yes, I'm supposed to do what my mama says. Go to church. Right. I went to church, but I did not show satisfaction sometimes. I would fall asleep. Right. This is boring. I'm a child. I want to go home and play the video game. So I would fall asleep. And if I fall asleep, I'm finna get, you feel me? I'm finna hood. Some shit like that. So I didn't like church. And I would get whooping sometimes because I'm supposed to put on clothes that I'm uncomfortable to wear. Skirts,
that's a whole nother
skirts, turtlenecks. Yeah. My sister friend, childhood best friend, she was there one time when we all had to get ready for a school performance. And we were all in it. And we had to wear white tops and black bottoms. I was given a white turtleneck to wear by my mama. They don't want to wear the turtleneck. I said, hey, I don't want to wear this. Whoop me for it. My sister friend was there, and they laughed about me getting a whooping. To this day, they always bring that fucking moment up. Right. Of me getting a whooping because I didn't want to wear that turtleneck. And so, nobody really is there to hold parents accountable for anything. I think that their children are the one that can hold them accountable, because if you don't do what you're supposed to do as a parent, CPS comes in. Right. Take your kids away from you. So if you never make it public about what you're actually doing to your kids, no one can really hold you accountable for it. Even the people that's in the family and they see the shit you're doing, they're just gonna say, oh, that's not right, don't do that. But no one really be like, beat her ass, because she beat my ass. Like how I said, we gotta beat these parents' ass. Right. Nobody was there like that. So who is really holding parents accountable? I have been living on my own since I moved away from my mama crib from college, but mentally, physically, financially, I've been living on my own since I went off. No, I've been living on my own since my senior year of high school. When I got my first job, my junior year of high school, I took off. Like, that's it. I don't need you actually for shit, because I'm just going to get it how I want. And so I've been...
Some people will sit here and say that's normal. And
it's not normal, because I literally didn't need my parents for nothing after I got my first job. I'm making $8.25 an hour, and I'm making that work, because I don't want to ask these niggas for shit. I want to get in I didn't want to go to prom. My mama wanted me to go to prom, so I went to prom for her. I told her the only way I'm gonna go to prom is if you pay for this, because I don't want to do this shit. This is a waste of time and money. Still had to pull out my pocket for something that she wanted to do, because she just needed to see this happen. It had nothing to really do for me. It had to do everything for what she wanted to see. And I hated that shit, because I told you what I didn't want to do for myself, but I still chose to do it for the love for you. And so long story short, what I'm trying to get at with what I'm saying right now with that, how would you feel? Oh, how did you think about how your parents would feel about how you're speaking about them publicly?
Right.
They didn't think about us. They didn't, and I'm not saying I'm doing this because they didn't think about us. What I'm saying is people don't hold parents accountable, and I will be that person to hold parents accountable if I gotta be. Right. I've taken on this role I didn't create this platform to do that. I created this platform for a greater purpose than that. Right. But you will see moments where I am holding parents accountable because nobody is here to do it for them. We think that this shit is okay for us to get whoopings and shit. And we just gotta honor thy father. You do not. You do not.
It's the Bible for me.
Yes. You do not have to do that when they're not honoring you. Show me something in the Bible that says beat them kids' ass, because they're gonna say fuck. It's a
say fuck while talking about
spoil the child, spare the rod. They gonna bring that scripture up. That had nothing to do with beating them kids' ass. That had everything to do with children should not go undisciplined. That does not mean the discipline has to be whoop that kid ass. That means that
Bible also says, don't quote me, but it says something to the effect of like, show a child the way they're supposed to go, and they'll never steer away from it.
That's discipline. Yeah, that never was beat that kid ass. Nowhere in there it says beat that kid ass. Right. But we chose to beat that kid ass. Parents are bullies. Who's going to hold that parent accountable for all the whoopings I got?
Right.
I almost got ran over by a car.
Literally.
My mother tried to run me over with her car. I am not here to shit on my mama and prove to y'all why she's incompetent or fucked up. I'm just saying out loud. I had an auntie in the car sitting in the passenger seat when my mama tried to run me over with her car. She did nothing but choose my mama's side.
Right.
Because she had to live with my mama. She ain't had nowhere to go.
And I'm the adult and you supposed to listen to me. And whatever I say, do it. Child
Protective Services came in that moment because it was at my school. She was dropping us off at school. Child Protective Services came because the president, the principal's assistant principal he come out and saw the commotion that was going on. He didn't see her try to run me over with the car. He just saw that she was out there handling me up and slapping me in my face. Because she wasn't able to actually hit me because it was something in front of the gas station that stopped her car to be able to actually hit me, and I was above that. And so it couldn't be completed, but the action was there, right? And then she chased me to the school in her car to get out and wrestle me up. And it's all because I said I did not say I love you goodbye when we departed from each other. And then she said, well, if you ain't gonna say I love you goodbye, give me my house keys. Don't come back to my house. And so I am in
I didn't love you before. I definitely don't love your ass now.
and that's our thing to say I love you by when we all depart each other. I did not choose to do that because she tried to put my grown ass, I was 16, 17 when this happened. She tried to put my grown ass in punishment for some dumb shit, and I'm reacting to it now. Like, you're not gonna keep putting me on punishment for dumb shit. Like, I used to get on punishment for not taking a garbage out because I'm the man of the house. That's why I'm getting on punishment.
The man of the house, ladies and gentlemen.
And no, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. You're not gonna put my grown ass on punishment. I got my own job. No, that's not happening.
And that doesn't mean to clear it up because y'all love to act the ass. That doesn't mean that she's saying that there should not be repercussions for behavior that is not completed or chores that are not completed. Yeah. Absolutely. But with the action that it is of taking the trash out, you do not need to run me over with your car.
Okay, she didn't run me over for taking the trash out.
Well, yeah,
she
but like
meet the
lack of behavior with the correct punishment.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yeah. It just always was extreme.
Yeah.
So yes, my mother both of my parents need extreme therapy. We haven't even spoken on that sperm donor.
Oh, Jesus.
And that just speaks to, I don't have to say nothing.
Right.
He wasn't there. Right. So back to that whole little running it over on the car. Nobody was there to protect me. So now that I get older, I'm very protective of myself. Right. Because y'all not finna do shit to me. I'm too grown. I don't need y'all. I don't even need to speak to y'all. Because y'all just did some shit that was unexpected. That was just unacceptable. Yes, you provided us with basic necessities. You came to basketball games. You did stuff. And you also did stuff. You feel me? And that shit was unacceptable. So I'm very protective of myself. And when it comes to how they would feel to hear me speaking about my fucking truth, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And I will say it to your face if you pick up the phone and ask me, hey, Maya, why'd you say this on the podcast? Because I told you we can't talk about it and you chose not to.
Right. And we understand that people are not perfect.
Yes.
That's not what we're asking you to do. And again, these are conversations where you have to sit down and say, well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it that way.
I never got I'm sorry about the car. I never got it.
Yeah. And it's something as small as saying, I'm sorry, you're right, I shouldn't have done it that way, that could heal a child's trauma. Like the piece, because you've talked about this story a lot as long as I've known you. Like, this is obviously like affecting you and how you feel.
I've never talked about the car thing publicly.
No, never. but I've heard this story a plethora of times. And so obviously there's something there that needs to be touched on, something that needs to be discussed, especially like with you feeling like your aunt didn't protect you.
Nobody held my mom accountable.
Right. And so it's something as simple as saying, I'm sorry. It's literally that. Literally hold the adults accountable. I'm with you on that.
Yes.
I'm with you on that.
Yes.
And I mean, people, you can't be perfect, no, but can you go back and apologize for some of the wrongdoings that you did? Absolutely. And me and my mom are like a living embodiment of that, because in my teen years, we were butting heads like real bad.
Yeah.
When I say it was real bad, y'all, it was real fucking bad. And you know, my mom said some things to me in those times that I will remember for the rest of my life. I don't want to say it on here because I don't want my mom to. I don't want nobody to run and tell my mom, well, what the fuck you say? I don't want her to be shined in a bad light because that's not what we stand for. But she said some really hurtful things to me growing up, and it still sticks with me. Even though me and my mom have worked that out, we have talked about it, we have gone to therapy, we have done everything that you could possibly do. At the end of the day, it still sticks with me. And I still have certain perceptions because of what you said in that moment. And I definitely think that people say what they mean in the time of anger.
You need to be more forgiving, Lizzie.
Fuck that.
Let it go.
I have been, not devil's advocate right here at the mic. I have been forgiving and I love my mom to death. You know what I'm saying? But some things just stick with you. It's not that I haven't forgiven her for saying those things. It's not that I hold it over her head and dangle it because I don't. But those things stick with me, and it affects the way that I view having a brother. It affects the way that I view my whole family as a whole. We can get into what she said like off camera, but it sticks with me to this day. I would, some of the stuff that she said, I would never want to say to my child. I don't give a fuck how mad I am. I would never want to say that. So, we're not asking parents to be perfect, but
you ain't got to prove that you imperfect to that extent.
Right.
You ain't got to prove it like
that. And if you fuck up, say that. Say I fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm not disrespectful for telling you that you fucked me up by trying to run me over with your car. I'm not disrespectful for that. That's insane.
I had said that slavery story about coming home and saying that to her to tie it to like this podcast and the purpose of it. When I said that to her in 2017, said basically you mimic what has been done to slaves and it's probably because of slavery. She was very upset. Why would you say that? I didn't treat y'all like slaves. That was her takeaway from it. And I had to get up out of there because it got really heated between me and her on that. Because then she had said, I never whooped y'all. And knowing the whoopings I got,
that's delusional.
That's how dare you say that, right? And so, boom, I was upset about that. And it took until I started a podcast where we are promoting mental wellness, making a healing fun. She watches the podcast. I learned that she watches the podcast every time she's free on throughout the week. She like a avid listener to the pod. And so she didn't see that episode of the time where I spoke about my parents. She didn't see that yet. That messy cousin sent her the clip, and that's how she found out about it. She ain't reached the episode yet. So my mom did text me one day. She didn't text me. She said it on the phone. No, she said it in person. I was in person. And she was like, hey, Maya, I'm sorry about all the whoopings that I gave y'all because those were excessive. I could say that. Those were excessive. Why did it take for me to create a platform that you are soaking up information from? You're hearing my experiences because you are intimidated to talk to me. You're seeing these things, and then it's like, okay, I see where she's coming from. I'm sorry. Why does it need to be on a platform like this for you to even just take accountability for the shit you've done? I don't get it. Because I was in your face saying, hey, you used to beat the fuck out of us. It reminds me of slavery. Do you see the correlation? If not, cool. That's just my hypothesis. But for you to reply and say, I never whooped y'all was fucking crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, be fucking for real.
Yeah, come on now.
I don't know. Maybe it just takes like extreme situations and for people to be under some heat.
I agree. That's how I am with my parents. I really do think that I have to be this way for them to get it. I have to never speak to y'all. Continue to be the successful person I am. Y'all will eventually see me on a billboard with this great ass podcast that I have. And y'all be like, damn, I probably should get it together because me being the parent that I was to her, it ain't affecting her. It ain't doing shit to bring her down. How is she prevailing? I know they see it that way because my mom has told me many times, I am not better than her. I am not smarter than her. My daddy has said it multiple times. These kids are beneath us. I know how my parents think about kids and stuff. Like, And I know that it does not stop at them. It stemmed from how people treated them and how they made them feel for them to have this thought process.
And recognize a lot of adults will do that. They will say, "You know nothing. You're young. You don't know anything." Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people in the comments also talking about like y'all don't understand the after effects of our slavery and what that did to our households. You got to give your parents grace. I am a slavery buff. I know. And I've given them so much grace. It was not automatically I'm like this with my mom where I don't speak to her at all.
Yeah.
It was been so many chances after chances before it just got to like, it's not going to work. I don't see our relationship ever like getting to a real healthy mother to daughter relationship. I don't see it happening like while I'm alive. I mean, while she's alive.
Right.
Well, whoever passes away first, I just don't ever see it coming to that place of solace at all. She's an extreme alcoholic. I just don't see that happening. It can't.
Yeah. I have been grappling with some of the adults in my life as of recently too. Not my parents, but just like adults around me in general. I think what people or parents in particular fail to realize is that they have raised you or have not raised you from the time you're born to the time you go out and be on your own. And they give you the tools and the kits or whatever, or maybe they don't give you the tools and the kits that you need. And so in that process, you form your own beliefs, you form your own morals and values.
Yeah.
And I'll speak for myself, like my parents have given me everything that I have until this point, but some of my morals and values, some of my opinions, some of my beliefs are different from theirs.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make me disrespectful.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me any less of an adult. That doesn't make me, that doesn't mean you should belittle me and say like, oh, you don't know anything. I know everything.
You think you're so smart.
You think you're so smart. And yes, I do still have a lot to figure out in life. I do still have a long way to go, but that doesn't mean that what I have learned already, I can't apply.
Yeah.
And just because my morals and values are different from yours, or beliefs are different from yours, doesn't mean that I should be reprimanded for what I have. I'm a young adult and I'm becoming myself. I'm finding my way.
Yeah.
Don't shit on me for that. And if I'm trying to build my own path, how I want my family to be, if I want them to be a little bit different from the way you raised me, then so fucking what?
Yeah.
Don't shit on me in the process. Like, I just don't agree with adults being like, oh, you're not smart. I'm smarter than you. Like,
okay, Mr. GED.
Well, how did this? And that's not the shit on people with GEDs.
Hey,
but it's just like, you wouldn't have. The goal, right, is to raise your children and make sure that they have a better life than what you had.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've made it to this point by making smarter decisions than you did I not? I've made it to this point by having better experiences than you did I not? And so while you're saying, I want you to be better than me, I want you to grow up and do things better than me, well, then I get to that point and now it's a problem. It's a problem. Or you think you're better than me, or you don't know shit. Well, what the fuck is going on? Because all of my life, you have literally taught me to travel. You have literally taught me to do these things. You have literally instilled these things in me so that I could turn out better than you were.
Yeah.
I do it, and now you shit on me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And we come from different upbringings.
Absolutely.
Do you feel like your mom was heavily involved, your mom and father were heavily involved with what you chose to do with yourself in life? Like, did they give you game on like, hey, I see you want to be in the health field. I'm in because your mom's in the health field, right?
My mom is in social work. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that, yeah.
I see you want to be in the health field. This is what I've learned about the health field. Let me give you some tools. Right. Any of that happen?
My parents always put me in things that push me in the direction that I want to go. Okay. So if they lack the knowledge, they put me in a camp. Okay. Where I could get those tools from. They would put me in day activities or summer activities where I could work towards that goal. So if I said, oh, I want to be a dancer for the rest of my life, okay, well, they put me in dance classes. If I want to play the violin, oh, I don't know how to play the violin, but here you go. Here go a violinist that could teach you. Yeah. So they always help me chase my dreams by putting me in situations or putting me in front of the people
Yeah.
that had the tools and access to that stuff so that I could go that route for sure. Yeah, they definitely
you were the
did
only
that.
child for your father, right?
I was the only child for my dad. Yeah.
So it's much easier for him to just have time for you. You're the only responsibility he has. There's not multiple kids.
No, there isn't multiple kids.
Yeah.
So my parents were married.
Yeah.
And so I have a brother.
Yeah.
And so they divorced when I was 2.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of wasn't able to have that connection with my brother until my brother got older.
Mm-hmm.
He still like would look out, I'm sure, a little bit here and there. I don't know. I can't really speak on that. I was really young. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm older and now that my brother's older, my dad has spent a lot more time like giving him advice, catering to him and stuff like that. But no, growing up, I was my dad's only child. My mom has 2.
Yeah.
But I was my dad's only child. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely want to speak to having multiple kids. You have multiple kids, it will be harder for you to tend to your children the way that they probably need you to be.
Right.
That has nothing to do with the child either.
Right.
I have 3 kids.
Keep
I
that
did
in
the
mind
best
when
that
you
I
decide
could.
to have 5 children.
Yeah.
that
You
be
had a
stretched thin.
conscious decision
Yeah.
to know that you had 1 kid and it was hard. You had 2 kids and it got harder.
Right.
3 kids and it got fucking hard.
Right. Why would you continue to have kids?
That has nothing to do with your kids being ungrateful or entitled.
Right.
They deserve that same attention, love, and time. But you couldn't give it to them because you made the decision to have more kids and you couldn't even support the ones that you had.
Right. And you're ungrateful because of that. I just want you to know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That is not how that shit works.
Yeah. No.
That is not how that shit works.
At all.
But we had to get that off our chest.
We definitely had to get this off my chest. Before we get up out of here, I got one more fucking thing to get off my chest.
One more fucking thing. Let's go.
Because too many people try to say a bunch about your parents got you to this point in life to get to college, all that good stuff. They did. You are what you are because of your parents.
They did something right.
I want to speak to that. For myself only. This is not a general thing because I don't know how other kids chose to navigate through their life. But I know what I did in my life. I was on the straight and arrow since the day that I was born. I knew what I wanted for myself. I knew I wanted to be a professional basketball player. Then that changed and I wanted to be an accountant. And then that changed and I wanted to be a graphic designer. I knew what I always wanted and I made sure that I did what I wanted to do and learn what I needed to learn because it was not given to me to learn and shit. I had to figure this out. I knew that I wanted to pursue music. So I did what I needed to do to try to pursue music. I didn't go to anybody for none of the stuff I wanted to do. The only thing that anyone had some type of role in was my mom having a role with basketball. Basketball practices. But other than that, she did not do the work. I was an extremely talented basketball player. That had nothing to do with my parents. They did not put the work in. They didn't show me how to dribble a ball. No, none of that. I could even say I never had a coach that really showed me the game for real. I had a coach that wanted to fuck my mama. He wasn't really locked in on me. I was watching Dwayne Wade on the TV screen play basketball, and I'm like, I'm finna try to do that move. You feel me? Nobody taught me the game. So I'm never going to allow anybody to tell me that my parents made me be who I am because they did not do the fucking work. They probably had their dreams and aspirations and they did not meet those because they did not put the work in that I put the work in to do what I want to do in my life. You feel me? I don't know about taxes. Learn about taxes. Now I got more money in my pocket that I'm trying to do every year. Doing everybody else taxes that never had a parent to teach them about taxes. We gonna all make it out. I'm the advocate for the youth. Like I really am here for people because I know how much parents really be dropping the ball. And y'all really got to go figure it out on your own because they can't teach y'all. Nobody taught them. They can't teach y'all. They didn't choose to want to learn themselves.
Continues, yeah.
Yes. I hate when people try to tell me why I'm successful. My parents already do that. I don't need y'all to do that. Right. They say that they're the reason why I'm successful. Right. Y'all was not ace honor roll students. Right. How? Right.
You couldn't even tell me how to solve a math problem.
I was doing my mama high school I was doing my mama college work when she was in college. No, y'all not finna take this from me. Yeah, I did my shit.
Did you give birth to me? Yes. Did you clothe me? Yes. Those are all things that you were supposed to do as a parent.
Yes.
My success in the way my parents had a very big hand in me going and doing what I did, of course, because they've given me the tools. But for you and people like you, do not discredit people when they have taken the cards that they are dealt and they still make the best out of it.
Yes.
And do not belittle them and say like, oh, well, you think you, no, I am that.
I am
Very
much so.
I am that.
Ain't no, I'm not being humble anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not being humble anymore, nigga. I am that. Fuck it, no. Can't nobody make a podcast. I don't really have friends for real. Like, cause I don't choose to build deep relationships with everybody. So to even make a podcast and get it to where it's at when I rarely have friends for real and get people to want to be my fucking friend is actually like, that's cool to do that shit. Like I still be fucking amazed. I was as quiet as a kid. I was a mute. I didn't talk to be as boisterous as I am, to learn the words that I know, to be able to hold conversations and create conversations, get people to come together and want to heal and make it fun. Like that is immense, and I know what I'm doing, and it all was for a purpose. Like this podcast, you was a part of it. It was all for a purpose to get to this moment for people to see these clips and be like, what? Let me look into that. Wow, it's cool to speak about your childhood traumas and want to learn from it and hold people accountable. Yes, we have themes for every season. It was a theme of holding yourself accountable, holding others accountable. This season is in real life. We are not escaping reality. We are here in real life, and we're gonna talk about real shit this season. And this is what you got with this episode,
right? And it's a lot of people out there like you. It's a lot of people out there like you as far as growing up in households where they felt like they didn't really have those two adults to guide them, and they still turn out to be amazing. They still turn out to do amazing things, and unfortunately they don't get the praise that they deserve because people are envious, jealous, whatever. To those people, keep going. Keep going. Keep doing what you're called to do, despite what other people have to say. And yeah, that's all you really can do is keep going. And it's unfortunate. It is extremely unfortunate to. I couldn't even imagine what it's like to come from something like that. I just can't. But
and Lizzie is speaking like this because she knows way more than that y'all don't know about me and my life. We ain't even touched the surface.
And it's crazy. I have a plethora of friends around me who have come from families that are not like mine, and I'll just be like, what the fuck? I'll be like, you did what? You went through what? Like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes me appreciate my shit 10 times more, because it'd be like, bitch, I never had that. Like, I'm not trying to see what that be like. Like, I'm not trying to see that at all. Like, but it's beauty in that, and like Tamaya has shown me things that I probably wouldn't have got anywhere else. And so friend, you've heard it here first. I'm extremely grateful for you. I am happy that I found you in college, that we became friends. You are great. You are amazing. And it's unfortunate that you've come from those things, but you have really turned your lemon into lemonade. So I'm proud of you.
Thank you, friend. I'm very proud. I'm very grateful to have met you too.
Yeah.
You are a great friend.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we came back and we back on track with our friendship.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy for that, because out of all the friends that I've had, this was the one that hurt me the most.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have fell out.
Yeah, shit happens. Life happens. We not perfect, but we apologize and we move on.
We move on. We mature. We have communication skills that we put to use.
Right. Yeah.
You want to drop a gem before we get up out of here?
Drop a gem.
We did a bunch of gems, but something a little light, something a little positive. This was a heavy one.
Damn.
This was a heavy
little
one.
light.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do I have? I don't know. I'm gonna say chase your dreams. Chase your dreams. Even if they wild. I had a conversation with my best friend one day, and she brought something to me on the table, and she said, "This is what I want to do." I'm not gonna get into the details of what it was, but she said, "This is what I want to do. Should I do it?" She said, "What do you think?" And I said, "You really want to know what I think?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "I think you're batshit crazy." And
you are?
No, I think she's batshit crazy for wanting to do that. Whatever the thing is that she wants to do, I think you're batshit crazy. But I told her, I said, at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, I'm gonna stand 10 toes behind you. I'm gonna support you. We gonna figure it out. Whatever it is you want to do it. And this is something where people are coming at her left and right. Like, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do this. Blah 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 blah. Needless to say, chase your dreams. Yeah. Regardless of what other people think. Regardless of what people have to say, if it's really something you want to do and that's what you feel in your heart and your soul, regardless of what other people have to say, do it. Do it for you. That's my gem.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna repeat what was said at the movie premiere I went to. You can't be fearful for the dreams that you do have. You can't be fearful.
Yeah. Come up with your plan. Follow suit.
For sure.
Yeah.
That was episode 89.
Period.
If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And if you're on your favorite streaming platform, thank you for tuning in and make sure you leave us a rating.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace.
Ow.
Just watch the damn podcast.